Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. Welcome into Reed Custer High School here tonight, as Wilmington on the road over in Braidwood to take on the Comets. Wilmington comes in at 3-3 on the year. Reed Custer at 2-4. But both of these teams, it's a little bit tricky to kind of know what you're getting. Reed Custer went to overtime with Lyle last week, lost 24-21. If they would have won that game, man, you want to talk about setting up a monster matchup this week.
Wow.
But still, for Reed Custer, they're playing for their playoff lives. They have to win out to have any shot of getting in the playoffs. And for Wilmington, you're trying to win out to get some momentum and for sure get in the playoffs, because 5-4 doesn't guarantee anything. And not only that, you're trying to continue what happened last week against Herscher, which was basically blowing the doors off. I think it was 63-28 was the final, and the Cats come in here tonight trying to continue that momentum, and we'll see how things go in what is kind of a damp, overcast, kind of cool night. It's an odd forecast for tonight.
Yeah, they said we're supposed to have some bad thunderstorms sometime here during the evening. I hope it's after the game. Get the game in, but this is a game we really don't know what we're going to get when it starts.
You're right about that.
Because 1 week Wilmington is really on, they're blasting away, and the next week they took a vacation, didn't play, don't know. And Reed Custer, it seems like they've turned the corner with their team. That really good freshman team they had 4 years ago is now seniors this year, and should be hold themselves in good account. And they've played some tough games. They got 4 losses, but like you say, last week to the number 1 team in the league, they lost in overtime, and they lost another close game. So they're right there.
So the Cats and Reed Custer both out there tonight. Reed Custer will be in their black uniforms with gold letters and numbers, and also those white helmets here tonight. Wilmington will be in their white uniforms with purple helmets and purple letters and numbers. So just a little bit of an idea of what both teams will look like here tonight as we get set for football from Reed Custer. A lot of stuff to get to here on this pregame show. We'll talk a little bit about some other games going on throughout the area. We'll do that here in a little bit. We also have an interview with Coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raines. We'll get to that in a little bit as well. We'll take our first break of the night. When we come back, we'll talk about what Wilmington did against Herscher last week and kind of where those numbers went, which was a little bit insane.
Yeah.
We'll do that after our first time out of the night. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com, or call 815-521-0900. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. This is Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by the Breezer Construction Company here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Getting set for football tonight from Braidwood as Reed Custer and Wilmington to do battle here in the I-8, and going into next year, the revamped I-8, which is back to 8 teams. So that'll be interesting as we see the first kind of season of that whole thing, getting back to.
And we won't have big and small divisions.
Nope, it'll all be one thing. And by the way, you want to talk about some good football, Mantino, Piatone, Coal City, Wilmington, Herscher, Reed Custer, Streeter, and Lyle.
Oh,
now
that's some good teams.
That's a pretty good group of 8 teams. In any case, let's talk a little bit about what Wilmington went through last week, a 63-28 win over Herscher. It was a really crazy night for Connor Dempsey. He ran the ball 13 times for 276 yards and 4 touchdowns. He averaged 21 yards a carry last week. Not only that, but he intercepted 2 passes. Not only that, he blocked a field goal to go along with it.
Is that right?
So Connor had himself a monster week last week on both sides of the ball. Trey Shaw had a good week as well, 17 carries for 146 yards and a touchdown. He averaged close to 9 yards a carry last week. Sam Chapman even ripped off a 50-yard run. And,
yes, he did.
He had 3 carries for a 17-yard average. Some other scores last week, Keaton Hopwood kept the ball once. We also had Kyle Lewis getting in the end zone for his first touchdown this year. And passing the ball, Wilmington was pretty efficient there as well. 3 of 3 out of Keaton Hopwood's hands, 27 yards total and 2 touchdowns. So a nice job by Keaton in the passing offense. Not a lot of gaudy numbers, but enough there to kind of keep some people honest and have to look out for the passing game a little bit.
It was a great night for the Wildcats last week, and I'm just looking to see if they can carry it over the second week in a row. They've got the potential. They could really be doing a lot of good scoring, but they simply got to keep their feet on the ground, keep their head in the game, keep it flowing. And I think we could see them do a good job again tonight like that.
And Reed Custer on the other side of things, they were down big to Herscher earlier this year, made a huge comeback to get back within a touchdown or so and lost that game. They lost early in the year, week 1, by a couple of touchdowns. And then last week against Lisle, they're winning 21-7 in the 4th quarter. Allow Lisle to come back. That game goes to overtime, and the Lions win 24-21. And all of us over at Becker Field last week, we're looking at that thing going,
is this real?
Is this happening, and are they going to do it? And I mean, quite frankly, hoping that they would do it.
Yeah, we were all yelling for them.
You know, that's one of the things that we've always talked about here is, listen, when area football is good, I mean, when I say area football, the rivalry teams of Coal City, Reed Custer, and Wilmington, when those 3 teams are having good years, that just raises the level of kind of the excitement going on in the area. That makes every game important. And, you know, Reed Custer, for a few years under Coach Capel, had a nice run where they made the playoffs, I want to say 5 out of 6 years. And since that time, which we're talking 2010 or somewhere in that area, it's been a little rough, and they've kind of run through the coaches. This year, again, a new face, but they're not completely abandoning everything that they've done before. So, so far this year, from what we've seen, it's been a fairly successful year for Reed Custer football. It's competitive. They're back to where they're in some games and you know, maybe make a run toward the playoffs. Of course, they'd have to beat Wilmington tonight to do that. But that's a team that's is kind of starting to come back around a little bit, it seems like.
Well, I remember when this senior class here at Reed Custer were freshmen, they really whipped up on Wilmington in their battle that year. And now they're the seniors this year. Those same group and have now played together 4 years. They should be pretty good.
Yep. And they are. They've been very competitive this year. Okay, let's take another timeout. We got to get to our interview with Coach Jeff Raints as the time is kind of running out on us here. 10 minutes to go before opening kick tonight from Reed Custer. We'll take a break, come back with our interview with Coach Jeff Raints in just a moment. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Welcome back here, Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company, joined once again by the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raints. And Coach, one of those games last week where your offense had it going, you forced a few turnovers on defense, and by the end of the night, everybody's in the game, and you got to get a look at quite a few different people.
No, we did, and what a huge game. I didn't think the outcome would be like that. I think Hershey was down a few kids too into injury, but needless to say, after the tough Peatone, loss, our kids come back and had a really good game, and so real happy for them, particularly for our seniors. And so now let's see if we can continue that. Let's see if we can go and beat a Reed Custer team that's improved all year. Talk to our kids about playing consistent, not inconsistent, and so let's see if we can do that Friday.
But he had a couple of big nights. Connor Dempsey had one of the biggest nights maybe ever, racking up over 250 yards, forced a couple of turnovers, blocked a kick. I mean, what else could he possibly do in one game?
You're exactly right, and it'll go down as one of the biggest nights the Wildcats ever had. And I think he averaged 22 yards a carry, 2 interceptions. Matter of fact, he's mad because he dropped a third one, and then he blocks the kick, and the kid wouldn't say boo. And what I was real happy about Connor is when he was interviewed about his game and stuff, he gave a lot of credit to all of his linemen and all of his teammates, and that's what kind of kid he is. So obviously we're going to need him coming up here, and so but real happy to see him have the game he did.
And you know, you always like getting as many people in the game as possible, but Sam Chapman played decent minutes for you on Friday. He ripped off a 50-yard run of his own. Just kind of nice seeing some of those guys too that don't normally get a lot of time there, but because of some things going on, they get opportunities and then they excel.
Yes, no, and Sammy's been great for us. You know, he's been, you always move kids around a little bit. He's a senior, trying to give him a little bit more time. Barry got him in a little bit more fullback, and sure enough, he takes an inside trap and is able to cut it back for 50 yards. And again, part of a good senior group. Again, been through some adversity, but hopefully we're learning from that and playing well.
All right, now you make that trip to Reed Custer, you know, one of those close road games that we like to have on the schedule. And you get a team where offensively, who knows?
Yeah, right. You got a team that runs a great spread offense. Loomis is their quarterback. Boy, is he a really good athlete. They got some nice kids at the wideout spots. And then you're going to see a lot of trick plays. And it's really been tough to scheme up and to make sure. It's just a different way you got to scheme up, you know, where you're not stopping just 3-4 plays. You are stopping, lining up correctly to many formations. And so we got our work cut out for us. They've every game they've scored at least 20 points, I think. And so, you know, hopefully we can control the ball on offense. I think that's huge for us. And we don't need, you know, if they get the ball a lot, they're going to be able to put up some points. So we got to make sure that we're on top of our game.
You know, people that are listening last week, we were done, and I think that was tied at 21 late in the fourth quarter, and then Reed Custer lost in overtime, and we found that a little while later. But a team that, you know, goes through it with 4 quarters plus overtime with Lyle. They've been in some other games this year, and not that you need a little bit extra boost for a rivalry game, but they're playing better, and it seems like a program that might be starting to come around a little bit.
I really think so. I think Gavin Johnson's over there. He was a great player for him when I coached against him. He was quarterback over there. He's done a great job as a head coach right now. And, you know, it doesn't surprise me he's having the success. He's always been a real good coach at the lower levels, whether it was basketball or football, whatever it might be. And I've always been impressed with Gavin. And so he's got a lot of excitement going on right there, and he wants to build on that. And obviously a win against us would continue that. And we're trying to keep our momentum going. So then when you get a rival game like this, that just adds to it.
All right, and then lastly here tonight, injury-wise, where do you guys stand?
Yeah, we had a tough one with Cam Holman. He ended up getting appendicitis during the week, and he's a real good defensive end for us. We're going to miss him, but I'm glad he's doing okay. Jake Rodewald banged up his knee a little bit at practice, so he's 50-50 going into the game. And so we've had a little sickness too during the week. But as of Catbackers, when we were talking, the kids seem to be doing better. But we have had more kids miss practice this week than we've had all year. So we've been going through that. But you know, like any team, you got to battle through that and go from there.
All right, Coach. Good luck again tonight, and we'll talk to you in the postgame.
Sounds good.
Coach Jeff Rice joining us here on Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. We'll take ourselves another timeout. When we come back from this break, we'll take a look at some other games going on around the area as we get set for week, what was this, 7? Holy cow, week 7 of the high school football season. Doesn't seem like that's possible. We got about 6.5 minutes away from our opening kick here tonight. Take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about other area games in just a moment. Wilmington Wildcats Weekly rolls on, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Welcome back here, Wilmington. Not that, it won't. That's what happens when you don't re-rack things. Here we go. We'll try it again. Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900. Back at Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. 5 minutes away from opening kick here tonight between the 3-3 Wilmington Wildcats and the 2-4 Reed Custer Comets. Well, this is the time of the program where we get to look at some other games going on around the area. Now, of course, later on, we'll have a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. And in case you haven't heard that before, that is the most exhaustive scoreboard in the history of sports.
Yes, it is.
I can't imagine there's anywhere else that's giving you more scores than that thing is, unless you're just going online and looking up massive amounts of them. We got them all covered for you. But just a few games we're going to keep an eye on here tonight. The 6-0 Lisle Lions have the 2-4 Streeter Bulldogs. Matter of fact, Lisle is in Streeter tonight, and that close game with Reed Custer last week, you don't want to sleep on Streeter. They've played tough. They have not won a lot of games this year, but they've been in them, and they've been playing tough. So the Streeter Bulldogs are that's one of those sleeper games where you don't want to really try to coast through that.
Yeah.
Other games tonight, the 1-5 Manteno Panthers are at the 5-1 Coal City Kohlers tonight. Manteno lost their quarterback earlier this year. That's been
downhill ever since.
Yeah, it's been a problem for Manteno since that point. Of course, our game here tonight, the 3-3 Wildcats on the road at the 2-4 Reed Custer Comets. 3-3 Piattone will play at Herscher tonight. They are also 3-3. That could be a good matchup.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Both of those teams trying to get some sort of momentum headed toward playoff time and maybe get to the playoffs. That's the next part of that there. Sandwich at 3-3 plays at 3-3 Plano tonight. And let me tell you, lest you think that game doesn't have some importance, they are literally right down the street from each other.
Yeah, they are.
About, 5-10 minutes apart from each other. They're right down the road. So I'm sure that'll be a wild scene up there tonight because both of those teams are still playoff eligible.
Yes.
If they can.
Have you ever seen a year when so many teams in the I-8 are all 3-3?
Yes, and that's a matter of fact.
That is crazy.
That's part of the interview there, and a little bit later on, I was talking with Coach Reins kind of outside of that, and I said, "Man, what is going on with the I-8?" He said it's insane. No one can figure out what's going on. Everyone's all over the place. No one's really dominating outside of Lisle, but Lyle's not really dominating. I mean, they've had a couple of close games. I mean, they're undefeated, but it's not like they've just annihilated everyone. So I don't know. Other games in the area, the 3-3 Morris Redskins will be at 4-2 Sycamore. Morris really needs to get a win tonight if they want to stay playoff eligible. Stillman Valley at 4-2 will be at Mendota. They're 0-6 tonight. Farmington, who's consistently ranked, they're at 6-0 this year. They will host Elmwood Brimfield, who's also 6-0. So that might be one of the matchups of the week down there. Might have to have her look up that score at some point tonight because I'd be interested in that. St. Joe Ogden at 4-2 will be at 2-4 IVC Chillicothe. Byron, who has been long-standing number one in 3A this year anyway, at 6-0. They will host Rockford Lutheran, who's 1-5. Williamsville, the team who we're familiar with during the state run for the Wildcats, 5-1, will host New Berlin at 3-3. IC Catholic, who could probably win at pretty much any level, they're at 6-0. They'll play at Elgin St. Edward, who is 3-3. Bishop Mack, who some people have going 4A this year, at 5-1. They will play at Aurora Christian tonight, who's 4-2. And JCA at 3-3 will be at Chicago Heights Marian Catholic at 1-5. So that's your full rundown of games that are going on around the area. And, of course, Wilmington and Reed Custer here tonight in just about a minute or so as we get set for football from the home of the Comets.
Loss by either team here tonight is going to put them in a bad position for playoffs. They might still make it. They still can make it with 5-4 sometimes, but not always.
All right, we'll take one last break. When we come back, we'll get to opening kick tonight between Wilmington and Reed Custer. We'll do that in just a moment as Wilmington Wildcats Weekly draws to a close. Here brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today. Back here on CISN as we get set for opening kick tonight from Reed Custer. Matter of fact, the Comets about ready to come out on the field. They got their band out there forming the run-through for them as they get set to run through the gigantic inflatable football helmets on the far side. Wilmington has already taken the field, and they're getting ready for things to go on tonight. Some fireworks going off in the distance as the Comets take the field here tonight. Reed Custer and Wilmington will get set for football. Yeah, pretty good fireworks show tonight.
Yeah, nice.
From the Comets. Effects going off out there. So Wilmington won the toss tonight. They have deferred to the second half. That means Reed Custer will get the ball first. And we'll see if Wilmington can start things off with a decent defensive stand to get the evening underway. Matter of fact, fireworks still going off over there.
My man. Well, look at this.
Wow, a finale even. Okay.
That's a miniature fireworks show.
So back deep for Reed Custer. Let me say that I love these uniforms. I can actually see the numbers this week.
Man.
They look good, and they're
that.
Easy to tell exactly who's out there. That's a very warm welcome for those uniforms.
Those old ones, when they were tough. These are really nice, sharp looking.
So Rick Seegers back deep for Reed Custer. I think somebody made a mistake because they have him listed as the class of 2018, which would mean he's already graduated last year. I think they mean 2019, which would make Rick Seegers a senior. He's back at his own 10-yard line, and we have a conversation going on over here between some officials, and I think it looks like, is that Coach Reentz? Well, something's going on because they've had a conversation going here for the last minute or two. We'll see.
Yeah, it's holding the entire game up. I don't know what is going on.
Not really sure what that is about, but in any case, ball is teed up at the 40 for Wilmington. They'll be kicking off right to left. Trey Shaw
there he goes.
Do that kickoff duty here tonight. Whatever it was, they've got it settled. Not 100% sure what that was all about. Not that it really matters at this point. So Seegers back deep as Shaw will get set to approach, kicking off right to left here tonight. Actually, pretty nice night for football. Temperature in the upper 60s.
It's wonderful right now.
Good approach, and a shorter kick will come down. Fair catch called for. And was that not a fair catch at the 20-yard line? That's what that is. He took off with the football, and isn't that, would that not be a violation? fair catch violation?
I would think so.
At any case,
they're going to mark it at the 20.
They're going to put it at the 24,
25.
and he caught it at the 20 on a fair catch. So I don't know how that works,
Oh,
but whatever. Reed Custer will have it 1st and 10 from there. So Wilmington's going to have an interesting night. Cameron Holman is not out there defensively for the Cats. He had appendicitis, so he is out for a while. Luckily, they got that thing in time. It will be Cameron Harbor up front, along with Hunter Doherty in the middle of that defensive line. I'm trying to see who they're going to line up as the 3rd defensive lineman, and it looks like it's going to be Grant Imhoff playing that other side, but we'll see. Got to weigh everything. And they're having another discussion. And now they're going to move the.
Yeah, see, it was you had it right.
Yeah, that's what I said. He caught it at the 20, not the 24. So at least they discussed it and got it right, because they're going to put it right about where he caught it, which is just about the 21-yard line. And Reed Custer will have it 1st and 10. One receiver to the far side, trips receivers to the near side. Out of the shotgun. As that a little bit of a low snap, and that handoff goes nowhere. In fact, snowed under. That's Joshua Loomis, by the way, on the handoff, playing quarterback tonight. Looks like it was Nicholas Mitchell on the carry for no gain. 2nd and 10 for Reed Custer. Again, trips receivers to the near side, one to the far. Josh Loomis, a 6'1", 175-pound senior for Reed Custer, with one running back to his right. Wilmington and their pretty much base defensive front with those 3 defensive linemen, and it is Imhoff on the far side, by the way. Loomis out of the gun, one receiver in motion. The jet sweep is faked, and Loomis trying to get away, fires it near side, intercepted! Intercepted at the Reed Custer 15-yard line. That is Sam Hafner on the interception for Wilmington.
What a nice job of stepping in front of the receiver.
Reed Custer actually did a pretty good job of setting that up. Loomis, what happened was he had to escape pressure, and there was a screen pass set up to the near side. The problem was he just threw the screen pass and didn't look to see if it was a defender out there, and Hafner just stepped in front and intercepted it, and that is a huge gift for Wilmington. 1st and 10 at the Reed Custer 15-yard line. Now, when we talk Wilmington's offensive line, same thing as last week. Schnittiger is at the left tackle, and Hunter Doherty is a tight end on the outside. Handoff goes to Shaw, breaks it back on the inside. Inside the 10, inside the 5, carries defenders. He's down near the goal line, I believe at the 1-yard line. That will be a gain of 14 yards for Trey Shaw and a Wilmington 1st down at the Reed Custer 1.
Nice job of opening up that hole. Trey went flying right through there. 14 yards in the first carry.
I'm telling you, the left side of that Wilmington offensive line is insane. So Hopwood under center, double wing for the Cats. It's Dempsey and Shaw at the wing backs. Hopwood under center here. 1st and goal from the 1. Handoff to Shaw, and he is in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Trey Shaw and the Wilmington Wildcats, and it's quickly a 6-0 lead for Wilmington with 10:39 to go in the opening quarter.
Wow. Boy, that kind of took your breath away.
So Trey Shaw on to attempt the extra point here, as Humphreys will hold and Shaw will attempt this kick. With Wilmington already on the board, and wow, I don't know what happened there. I think Trey just missed it, is what it looked like. It looked like the hold was good.
It didn't go anywhere near where it was supposed to. It went about 3 feet high and off to the left.
So Wilmington misses the extra point, but they lead 6-0, 10:39 to go opening quarter. Back with more Wildcats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
So back deep for Reed Custer is Seegers at his own 7-yard line.
Oh.
As Trey Shaw will get set to kick off once again, right to left.
The scorekeeper's been on the work here.
Shaw approaches and a line drive kick, bounces down inside the 25, down near the 20. This picked up around the far side by Justin Reed, who returns it out near the 30. And Reed Custer will start, I believe, at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. Well, things could not have started much better for the Wilmington Wildcats, that's for sure. An interception by Sam Hafner, and then Wilmington 2 plays later on 2 consecutive Trey Shaw runs find the end zone, and they lead at 6-0, and we just started this game.
And we now have 10 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first quarter yet.
All right, 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Out of the shotgun again is Loomis with 1 running back to his right. Receiver comes in motion from the far side, breaks a tackle across the 25 to the 30, out to the 34. On the run is Evan Pickard. He ends up getting 5, close to 6 on a play that, quite frankly, should have lost about 4 yards, but Hafner couldn't quite make the tackle. So it's Imhoff along with Jack Kettman and Hunter Doherty up front for the Cats. Landon Flynn now approaching that defensive line as well. Snap back to Loomis, going to take it himself, and he's going to pick up a first down here. Good run from Loomis. He'll pick up 6 yards and a Reed Custer first down. So Loomis with that carry. Now Kettman will switch out again. So it's now Hafner and Tafoya are the cornerbacks to the near side. Cox playing that middle linebacker here tonight. Hafner and Landon Flynn are the outside backers. Looks like Trey Shaw and Keaton Hopwood, the cornerbacks to the far side. Snap goes through the hands of Loomis, and he fires a pass, intercepted again at the 40-yard line. Loomis never should have thrown that ball. Good pressure from Jesse Cox. Loomis was going down and just threw the ball up for grabs. It originally deflected off a Wildcat defender and was intercepted on the near side, and Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from the Reed Custer 40.
Yeah, he made the classic mistake. He just should have thrown it out of bounds right there, and nobody would have gotten it.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're getting tackled, just eat the ball at that point.
Eat the ball is the best thing, yes.
But, yeah, he's close enough to the sideline to throw it away. I mean, I'll give him credit. He's been battling tonight trying to make plays. But, yeah, that's a tough pass to try to get off when you're being dragged down. 9:22 to go in the quarter. 6-0 is the lead for Wilmington. And once again, a short field for the Wildcats, which, by the way, has not been a normal thing this year. More often than not, they've gotten terrible field position. By the way, fullback for Wilmington tonight is Sam Chapman, as Rodewald still nursing a little bit of an injury. Handoff comes near side. This is Connor Dempsey. He'll get down to the 39-yard line after a gain of 2. And Wilmington will have it 2nd down and 8. Actually, 2nd and 9 as they back it up a little bit.
Oh, they did back it up.
So 2nd and 9 from the Reed Custer 40. The Comets putting 6 defensive linemen out there.
We've been watching what everybody else has been doing.
Again, the Cats stacking it in. Hopwood under center out of the double wing here. Handoff comes left side. This is Dempsey. As he'll get a yard or 2. And bring up 3rd down and 7. And again, that's not a whole lot you can do with that if you're Connor Dempsey. I mean, 2, 3, 4 guys standing there, and
yeah, they're putting them all right in the box there again.
So Trey Shaw goes off as Wilmington will face 3rd and 7. Again, Cox up front, Ketman, that's the right side of that offensive line. 2 receivers to the far side out of the shotgun is Keaton Hopwood. Takes the snap, rolls to the right, looks downfield, pressured, fires, incomplete.
Oh, he's wide
he
open.
had Sam Chapman. I mean, there is nobody within 10 yards of Chapman. Now, Hopwood was under a little bit of pressure, but
yeah, not that much. He should have completed it. He'd tell you he should have completed it.
Yep, I believe he would.
Yeah.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Actually, it should be no flag in the play. Okay. So it should be 4th down and 7, correct?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
And Wilmington's going to elect to punt here, which is the right decision at this end of the field, trying to keep field position the way you want it. So Grant Imhoff will come on and get set to punt away for Wilmington. As back deep for the Comets is Evan Pickard, the 5'7", 145-pound sophomore.
Huh.
So the Cats line up here like they always do. Then they spread out. You see if everyone ends up being covered. And on this formation, they are. So Imhoff will get set to punt it away here. It's a little bit of a wobbly snap coming back.
Nice kick.
The kick was a beautiful kick by Imhoff, and it goes backwards, back outside the 5 to near the 7-yard line. Tafoya will down it there. Boy, that's a ridiculously good kick by Grant Imhoff.
It sure was. Nice high hang time, and put it just short of the goal line. It bounced out a little farther from the goal line, but that was good.
7:43 to go opening quarter. As Wilmington leads 6-0. Reed Custer has the ball 1st and 10 at their own 6, close to the 7. 2 receivers to the near side. And it looks like 2 to the far. Loomis out of the shotgun. To his right is Nicholas Mitchell. Mitchell, the 5'6", 185-pound senior. And again, Wilmington with 3 down linemen here, dropping some people way off on the cornerback spots. Handoff goes to the tailback, Nicholas Mitchell, and Mitchell not a whole lot doing there. Good job by the interior Wilmington defensive line. That will be maybe one. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Now trips receivers to the near side for Reed Custer, 1 to the far. Loomis is out of the shotgun by himself. You got to be real careful with this Reed Custer offense because they'll throw wrinkles in all over the place. So Loomis, 2nd and 9 for the Comets here. Takes the snap, rolls the right side, pressured by Hafner, snaps up in the pocket, almost threw another interception.
Boy, that was close.
Trey Shaw knocked that down on a short pass play out to Evan Pickard, and if Shaw would have intercepted that, it would have been see you later.
Yep. That would have been a pick 6.
Boy, that Comets passing game.
Very dangerous.
Yikes. 2 picks. Another one that probably should have been picked. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9. And trips receivers to the near side. 1 to the far side. And in the backfield is Mitchell right next to Loomis out of the shotgun. 7:02 to go here in the first quarter. Wilmington with that 6-0 lead. So Loomis taking his time. Play clock down to 2 seconds here. So he'll take the snap, drops back, 3-step drop, fires it deep down the field. He overshot everybody, and there was no chance on that anyway. Tafoya had great coverage.
Yeah, he did.
And somebody's slow to get up for Wilmington. If that's Hunter Doherty, the Cats have all kinds of trouble. They cannot afford to lose Hunter. Well, it looks like he's trying to walk it off, limping off toward the far sideline.
Well, one thing you know about Joshua Loomis, he's got an arm. He can throw that ball. He overthrew that. That was out about the 50-yard line.
Looks like Hunter's getting some help. Hopefully it's just, boy, if you lose Hunter Doherty and Cameron Holman off that defensive line, well, let's just hope that's not the case.
Oh, boy.
Here's the kick. I believe is that Loomis punting too? Certainly looks like it. It went out of bounds at the Reed Custer 47. My goodness, Wilmington had ridiculous field position. Reed Custer has shown no signs of really moving the football.
They've gotten kind of dangerous to trying, too. Wildcats need to make sure they do something with this time. Don't want to waste this good field position.
All right. Holy smokes. The ball should be way out at the 47-yard line. That isn't even on the right side of the 45. Didn't they mark it at the 47?
Well, I had 47 down, but
I mean,
where
5 yards,
43?
4 to 5 yards is a huge difference.
43-yard line.
Boy, okay. Well, that's interesting. They haven't even blown this play in, have they? Well, now we got a timeout. Timeout who? Whatever.
I have no idea.
6-0 is a lead for Wilmington. 6:51 to go in the quarter. Let's take a break, see if we can figure out what's going on. We're back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
First and 10, Wilmington out of the timeout.
From the 43.
Yep, Reed Custer 43. Hopwood under center, hands it off left side. This is Connor Dempsey inside the 40, down near the 39-yard line. So give Connor 4 yards on first down, bring up 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats.
That's his longest run of the night. He's had 1 for 1, 1 for 2, and 1 for 4.
It doesn't seem like they've been playing for a long time for this game to only be 6:30 in the first quarter.
Yeah,
Seems like we've watched a lot of football.
We're not quite halfway through the first quarter yet. It is crazy.
All right, 2nd down and 6 for Wilmington from the 39 of Reed Custer. Everything packed in. Hopwood under center. In motion is Shaw, gets the handoff off the right side. He gets tripped up after getting about a yard, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 5. So a tackle made by Nicholas and Mitchell along with Ryan Shepard. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Wilmington. And if you're the Cats here, it all kind of depends on where you end up with 4th down. If you end up with 4th and 5, just go ahead and punt it again because your defense has been doing the job. If it's 4th and 2 or something, then go ahead and go for it because you're deep in Reed Custer territory anyway. 3rd down and 5 from the 38. Handoff comes left side. This is Dempsey churning ahead. He's not going to have the first down, I don't think, but he's going to be very close.
Well, he'll be within a yard.
Loomis with the tackle. It will be 4th down. Will it?
Boy, about a foot.
Oh, first down.
Oh, first
They're
down.
gonna
Right
give him
on
the
it.
first down. So a Wilmington first down at the Reed Custer 33-yard line.
What was that, 6-yard run?
Well, just about exactly 5. I think it was 3rd down and 5. So.
Okay. Yeah, they're back up the line, ready to go again.
1st and 10 from the 33. Hopwood under center. And Schnitger, he was on a different snap count. And the reason I know that is because he didn't flinch. He took off down the field. And I mean took off down the field.
Oh, my.
So he was thinking a different snap count. That does not help the cause, by the way.
No, that doesn't. Running game, that kills, boy. They're going to have to make up for that now. Still first down.
And, boy, Dave has really done a great job coming in the last few weeks for Wilmington and getting his opportunity on the offensive line. And, boy, has he really done a nice job. Pitch comes near side. This is Dempsey getting the corner, 35-30. Dempsey all the way down to the 25-yard line before he's ridden out of bounds, and there is a late flag. Dempsey's helmet is off, by the way, so it almost seems like it would have been a face mask. It would have been a gain of 13 for Dempsey, pending the flag here. Let's see what we got. I think it's got to be face mask. So it is a face mask on Reed Custer. So the 13-yard run will stand for Connor Dempsey, and the ball will end up at the 10-yard line of Reed Custer.
That's a costly penalty. Tell you, when old Dempsey gets to running that sweep around like that, he makes things happen.
And there's a sophomore in there at center for Wilmington. I think that's a sophomore in there at center for Wilmington. But it's 84, and I don't have an 84 in my roster. Handoff comes left side. This is Trey Shaw, and there's not a whole lot there. Give him 2, close to 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Down to 4:20 to go here in this first quarter.
Trey going back out again. Really working that clock now. We're down to 4 minutes in the first quarter. Got uninterrupted time here for a while.
So 2nd down and 8 for Wilmington from the 10-yard line of Reed Custer. Pitch goes to Sam Hafner. Hafner inside the 10. There's another flag down, and that would be a hold, and that's not going to help the guys.
Yep, holding.
Actually, I think it's 64 at center for Wilmington. That's Ethan White. He is wearing a varsity uniform, but for some reason that thing looked like a JV number from the back. I'm not really sure why I thought that initially, but it is Ethan White, which is who is supposed to be there.
Oh, okay.
I just glanced out there. I'm like, is that a soft?
Boy, from where it happened, that's a long penalty.
So now 2nd down and
Country mile.
26.
Yeah, I think so.
Wait a minute, he's still not.
Oh, wait a minute, he's not. He gave him some back.
Well, let's just go 2nd down and 24, something along those lines. So it's 2nd down and forever. The first down marker, by the way, is at the 3. And the ball is at the, where is that, 26, almost at 27, so basically 23 yards. So in motion is Dempsey, gets the handoff left side. And that goes down to the 24-yard line, so a gain of 2 on that run. It'll bring up 3rd down and 21.
3rd down and 21. Wow.
I mean, this is the kind of thing for the Cats. You kind of look for a screen pass, you know, just something like that. Maybe you break it, maybe you don't. I mean, I guess you could throw it deep here, provided you get enough protection to throw it that deep.
Yeah, and this is, I hate
I'm not really sure.
Hate having all these good possessions and not getting anything out of them.
And again, back to the double wing here. Dempsey gets the handoff. Double handoff to Chapman, or to Hafner, and he fumbled it, and Reed Custer has it. Well, they tried a double handoff, and it looked, the handoff back to Hafner did not look right. It just looked like everything just kind of got messed up, and that ended up being a fumble, so Reed Custer will have it 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Quite honestly, for Wilmington, you're grasping at straws at that point anyway on 3rd and 21 or whatever that was. So trips receivers to the near side, one to the far, and now a late substitution coming in for Reed Custer. So Loomis out of the gun. 2:30 to go here in the opening quarter. Takes the snap, Little shovel pass up front, and that goes nowhere. That's dropped for a loss of a yard. That's Mitchell catching the shovel pass, and the Wildcats not falling for that. So that would be, I think that was Sam Hafner who ended up making a stop. Actually, no, it is 26. Well, there is no varsity number for 26. So it is what it is.
Well, that's a good question.
Trips receivers to the near side, one to the far, one lone setback with Loomis is Mitchell. This is Loomis keeping it. And, boy, that's a nice run from Loomis. I mean, he's only going to get like 3 yards, but that's a nice run. He carried about 4 Wildcats with him. That should have been no gain, really, by all rights. 3rd down and 6 for Reed Custer after the 4-yard gain from Loomis.
We have a 26 on the press soft team.
Yeah, but he's wearing a varsity
Carson
jersey.
Hansen.
He's wearing a varsity jersey, though. That's the only thing that is tricky.
Yeah, that's true.
So 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Loomis out of the gun with Mitchell to his right. 1:08 to go in the first quarter. Loomis drops back, fires near side, and boy,
He threw that way behind his receiver.
I think he was hoping for his intended receiver, that's Blake Foster. I think he was hoping he would come back to the football, and he didn't because he kind of motioned to him like you got to keep going on your route. So we'll bring up 4th down and 6 as Tafoya back at the 40 for Wilmington.
If he'd have come back 3 steps and waited, that ball was right in a good spot for completion.
So Loomis to kick here. Beautiful punt taken by Tafoya at the 32, across the 35 to the 37, and that's where Reed Custer will stack it up. So Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. 52 seconds to go in the opening quarter.
We're having as many possessions in one quarter as we had 1/2 last week.
Yeah, nobody can really do anything. That's the problem. Wilmington had that initial drive, and then the second time around they were moving the ball, and then the penalties backed it up, and they couldn't pick up the 1st down. I mean, no one's really dominating to this point. In motion is Shaw. Dropping back is Hopwood. Looks far side. Has a receiver. Caught across the 45 to midfield. Connor Dempsey down to the 46-yard line before he's finally ridden to the ground. Looks like a gain of 16 on the pass play from Hopwood to Dempsey. And that's really, Wilmington's got to do some of that stuff.
They need a little of that mixed in here. They need to make that defense get off that 6-man front with backup guys, make them go out and cover the passes.
1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 46 of Reed Custer. Back to the double wing here. Hopwood under center. It's Shaw and Dempsey, the wing backs. Handoff goes to the fullback. This is Chapman. Not a whole lot there. We'll give him 2 yards depending upon the spot.
Yep, 2 is about right.
So Chapman will get 2. Trying to keep Reed Custer's defense honest by running the fullback every now and then, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Wilmington leads at 6-0 as we head to the second. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
6-0 is the lead for Wilmington here over Reed Custer. 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats from the 44 of the Comets. Hopwood back under center, back to the double wing here. In motion is Dempsey. Hopwood drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, fires far side, and that's incomplete. And again, Hopwood just didn't get the ball there. Trey Shaw was wide open at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I was about a 5-yard pass or so, and it was wide open.
And really, Keaton's done a good job this year on a lot of those open passes. I don't know if it's just a little bit of pressure and he's having to move around in the pocket some and it's just throwing things off or what, but it'll bring up 3rd down. And by the way, I don't know how the ball has migrated backwards, but wasn't it 2nd and 8 and now it's 3rd and 9?
Huh.
Any case, shotgun formation here for Hopwood. 2 receivers to the far side, just underway here in the 2nd quarter. Keaton rolls left side, fires it downfield, caught inside the 35.
Nice.
They're going to mark him out of bounds just short of the 1st down marker. That is Sam Hafner on the reception. A gain of 8 for Sam. And it will be 4th down and a yard. Some of these spots tonight,
I think he had the first
I don't
down.
know. I mean, there's been a few things that just make me kind of wonder. 4th down and a yard, 11:49 to go here in the half.
Of course, it might not have. It was close, but, boy, I thought.
Unless he just stepped out of bounds before he ran out, you know, there's that. So double wing here, pitch back to Dempsey. And, boy, he didn't have it initially, but he spun off the pile and lurched forward. And he might have gotten enough to pick it up there, but it was close initially.
I think
And
that
he
last
does
effort,
have it.
that got it. He got about a yard.
A gain of 2 for Connor Dempsey and a Wilmington 1st down. $11:35 to go opening quarter. Wilmington leads at 6-0 over Reed Custer, but moving the football here down to the Comet 34. Pitch back near side. That was Connor Dempsey taking the snap. Pitched it out to Shaw. Breaks a couple of tackles. Still going inside the 30, down near the 27.
Boy, that was a good run. He had several hits, and he just went right through
that
them.
was a nice run by Trey Shaw. Connor Dempsey, by the way, under center here. And I don't know where Keaton Hopwood went, but he is not in the game. And I'm looking for him on the far side. Yeah, he's just standing over there, so this is just a new wrinkle.
They're letting Dempsey go in as quarterback now?
Yep, well, at least for now. 2nd down and 3, Connor Dempsey under center. Hafner and Shaw, the wingbacks. And Dempsey keeping it, trying to get the corner. He's going to around the edge, gets the 1st down inside the 20, down to the 10 before he's finally tripped up. Boy, I thought Mitchell was going to get him.
He tried.
And he just ran right around the outside and right around him.
That's good speed by Connor. He just sort of literally outran him. How many?
A gain of 15 on the
Wow.
keeper for Connor Dempsey. And Wilmington has it 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line of Reed Custer. Now Hafner will check out and Keaton Hopwood back in.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Well, Barry's keeping everything mixed up here tonight. That's a good thing. So Hopwood back under center and double wing here for the Cats. Back to Shaw and Dempsey. Handoff Dempsey left side. Inside the 10. Bangs off a defender. Still going. Churns down near the 7-yard line. Boy, some tough yards. I'll say one thing. Reed Custer's defense is hitting.
They're giving up stingy, boy.
A gain of 4 to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats. Sam Chapman checks out and Rodewald in. Now, Rodewald's been dealing with a little bit of kind of a nagging injury type of thing, which is part of the reason why he's not playing a ton. And he will line up at fullback here. So Hopwood back under center. 9:30 to go in the half. And the pitch comes near side. Shaw makes a cut inside, then back to the
Nice
outside.
job.
Goes down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. And on the stop for Reed Custer is John Kalush. And ball looks like it's just inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. So a gain of 8 there for Trey Shaw. It'll bring up 3rd down and a couple.
Yep.
So again, back to the double wing. Connor Dempsey back under center. Dempsey going to keep it, and I don't know.
He didn't get much.
He didn't move very much, that's for sure. The ball's down near the 3.
Oh, you got about a
it's
yard
going
and a half.
to be 4th and 1 for Wilmington. The ball just inside the 4. Boy, this is a big play for this Reed Custer defense. Quite frankly, if they want to stay in this game, they really need to get this stop. The offense has done
and this is a heartbreaker
close to
for
nothing.
Wilmington if they don't get it.
4th down and a yard for the Wildcats. 8:08 and counting here in the first half. Dempsey under center. Again, Shaw and Hafner, the wingbacks. And Connor Dempsey going to keep it inside the 5, down near the goal line. Touchdown, Wilmington. Connor Dempsey on a 4-yard touchdown run for the Cats, and that was a little bit different wrinkle. He spun around like he was going to pitch it, faked the pitch, and then kept it and went around the side instead of just going straight forward.
Tell you, the play calling for Wilmington is really
it's been good.
It's got to be bugging the comments to no end.
It's been good. You know, Barry takes his share of grief every now and then, but you know, he knows what he's doing, and tonight shows that exactly. And the kick is blocked as the freshman came on to kick for Wilmington. They had enough confidence in him from last week and from his JV duties to put him out there instead of Trey Shaw, and it ends up being blocked. In any case, that's Alan Richards, by the way. 7:56 to go in the half. 12-0 is the lead for Wilmington. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
Back here on the Christian Internet Sports Network, you know that game we mentioned earlier, Farmington and Elmwood Brimfield, a matchup of two 6-0 teams in the state tonight. Farmington leads that 14-6, I believe, is the score there. So Farmington up on Elmwood Brimfield, a battle of two undefeated teams tonight, and the Farmers winning that.
Tell you what, you're playing the Farmers, you're in for a battle.
You ever seen that logo, by the way?
No.
That's an interesting thing. We need to look that up and take a look. If you're listening at home, Google the Farmington Farmers and take a look at that logo. This comes down to the 20-yard line across the 25, coming out near the 30, and it's stacked up there off the kickoff from Trey Shaw. 7:48 to go in the half, and Wilmington leads at 12-0. By the way, a little plug here for our halftime show brought to you by Pro Real Estate with offices in Wilmington. We'll have a check of your first half stats, get you set for the second half as well, and a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates. And that will be coming up here at halftime. Not just that Farmington score, but we'll have scores from everywhere. One thing about it, if I say find a score, she finds it.
She finds it. She's done a good job with that scoreboard.
All right, 12-0 is the lead for Wilmington here. 7:48 to go in the half. 1st and 10 for Reed Custer from the 30. Loomis swings it to the far side. There is a first down up the sideline down to the Wilmington 48, and there is a flag down. That pass was caught by Evan Pickard, but there is a flag down, and I mean that referee threw that thing a country mile. I mean, that was really, it's a hold on Reed Custer. And they will back it up. Boy, that's the best play of the night for Reed Custer.
Yeah, that's a well-crafted play there. The quarterback kept it and started running around the end, like he's running through the line, and then dropped the ball right over to his receiver about 10 yards ahead of him toward the sideline.
So 12-0 is the lead for Wilmington. 7:39 to go in the half after the holding penalty. It'll make it first down, and let's call it 17 for Reed Custer from the 23. First down marker is out at the 40, so yes, that would be first and 17, if my math is correct, although I was not a math major, nor am I good at it. But
you're right.
Two receivers to the near side, two
go.
to the far. Loomis out of the gun with Mitchell to his left. And keeping it is Loomis. That was actually a really good fake, as he'll pick up close to 5 on first down as Grant Imhoff makes the stop for Wilmington. Yeah, let's call it 5. Why not?
Loomis is a good offensive weapon for them.
But that fake handoff, I didn't know who had the ball.
And he followed that quickly. I mean, he pressed that man right up, he got himself about 5 yards out of that thing.
Trips receivers to the near side, one to the far. Loomis out of the gun with Mitchell to his left. Pump fake, fires down the middle, and that's overshot. It was intended for Justin Reed out at midfield, although the Cats did have some coverage back there. Hopwood, Dempsey, Trey Shaw was back there too. And that would have taken a perfect pass to do it, but he did have a step.
Yeah, he did. And the safety wasn't quite over there to help him out yet. He was headed that way.
7 minutes straight up to go in the half. Now 3rd down and 13 for Reed Custer from their own 27. So 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Loomis again out of that gun. Drops back, fires over the right side, and that's incomplete, and that was nowhere near Justin Reed. Bring up 4th and 13, and even if that pass is on target, Wilmington had it covered up.
Yeah, it wouldn't have gone for the first down, but it could have gotten 10 yards maybe.
I'll give the Wilmington defense credit tonight.
They done
the
good.
defensive backs have played a nice game. There's not a whole lot open out there.
Yeah,
and what is open is that short stuff that they're just kind of letting go.
You're right. They've played a nice game so far. Defensive backfield for Wilmington has been right in there.
Loomis off a little bit of an errant snap, gets off a line drive kick. Tafoya drops the kick, picked it up, dropped it again, and Reed Custer has it. Well, Tafoya made a mistake there, and that was instead of just falling on the football, he tried to pick it up. And it ended up in the hands of John Cowie, who comes off the field, and Wilmington makes the first real big mistake of the night as Reed Custer will have it at the Wilmington 29. So, good grief. The problem there is that Tafoya, a little bit errant he tried to catch it back over his shoulder.
Yeah.
And he dropped that, which really wasn't a problem because he picked it back up, but instead of falling on the football, he tried to pick it up and make a move, and it was knocked out of his hands again as a bunch of defenders were down there. And, he's trying to make a play. You can't fault him there, but Wilmington will now give the ball up deep in their own territory.
Boy, that's crucial, too. 6:47 left.
Trips receivers to the far side, or to the near side, excuse me, one to the far. And a fumble in the backfield, and Wilmington has it back. Immediately a fumble, and Trey Shaw recovers. Well, the problem there was that fake handoff. The zone, or that read, he left the ball in too long and tried to rip it back, and when he went to rip the ball back, it just squirted free because no one had it.
It went flying through the air, you're right.
And Wilmington immediately gets the football back with 6:40 to go in the half. Wow. I mean, wow. I want to talk about a turn of events. just couldn't quite cleanly get the ball back, and that was it. 1st and 10, Wilmington from their own 37, close to the 38. Hopwood drops back to pass, fires near side, caught by Dempsey across the 45 to midfield, and down to the Reed Custer 46-yard line as a gain of 13. They're going to say he went out of bounds at the 48.
Boy, he's caught 2 passes for 29 yards tonight. For a team that's not known for passing, that's not bad.
That's done? Well, it's probably weather. It's because they're having a bunch of storms that are supposed to come in. Sycamore and Morris are done.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the score?
Sycamore won that 17-7.
Oh, man.
All right, so Wilmington has it 1st and 10 from the Reed Custer 48. I formation for the Cats. Pitch goes far side. This is Dempsey, and he's in the free. 40, 35, 30. Dempsey all the way down to the 25-yard line. I'm telling you what, man.
He pulled everything out of the
Barry's
bag
coming
tonight.
up with everything. That's a gain of 23 yards and a Wilmington first down. He is really
He's
come
pulling
up
things out.
with
That's
some
an I
stuff
formation
tonight.
for the first time this year. I didn't even know
I
if it was in the
don't think-
playbook.
Have they run that this year?
I don't think so.
I mean, if they have, it was once or twice. That was it. And now the Cats back to double wing here with Rodewald in there at fullback. And Dempsey on the near side. I think that's Hafner who gets the handoff inside the 20, breaks it down to the 15.
Boy, he was
gets
smelling touchdown.
tripped up near the 12. And another big gain for Wilmington off that right side. So that will be a 12-yard pickup for Sam Hafner. Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from the Reed Custer 13 with 5:30 to go on the half. And if Wilmington can get on the board here and then get the ball to start the second half,
oh, yes.
now there's some momentum. I formation again for the Cats. I was trying to see who the tailback is. Is that Hafner at tailback? As Hopwood drops back the pass, fires, caught inside the 5, and Dempsey gets tackled there. A gain of 8 yards on the pass play from Hopwood to Connor Dempsey. I'm going to have to find Barry this week and
What in the world?
shake his hand.
Yeah,
'Cause this is
fantastic. I mean, he is really
about as
stretching
good
that
as he can.
defense really good.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and, well, they're going to say a yard. It's the ball almost down to the 4. Wilmington not in a hurry, and there's no need to be at this point. Again, Hafner and Dempsey at wingbacks. Rodewald at fullback. Hopwood under center here. Pitch back to Hafner, and we have a flag down. So a false start against Wilmington.
Oh.
Well, now it goes from 2nd and a yard to 2nd and 6 with 4:21 to go in the half. There have been a few of those tonight. Just a penalty here or there that
It's really kept them from really rolling. But they've played a good game so far. 4:21 left in the half. 12-0 lead for the Wildcats. Now they got to go from 6 yards to the first down instead of 1.
So 2nd down and 6. The ball just inside the 10, called the 9-yard line. Wilmington will have it there. I formation again. This time Connor Dempsey is the tailback with Rodewald in front of him. Pitch goes to Dempsey, left side, has a hole, cuts it back inside the 5. Gets a shove from behind. Schnittiger in there along with Kettman and a bunch of others. Hunter Doherty at the bottom of that pile too, as everyone just shoves the pile forward down near the 3. And this is going to be close to the first down here. Well, I guess it's not the first down. I'm not sure how that could be if the ball's at the 3, but
Well, they've got the first down marker and the
Well, now that there it is.
Oh,
First down at the 3-yard line of Reed Custer. And for Wilmington, too, you can run that play clock again, take 25 more seconds off.
Yeah. You want to keep that common offense off the field as long as you can.
I formation again. Rodewald at fullback. Hafner at tailback with Dempsey at a wingback position. Pitch comes near side. Hafner inside the 5 near the goal line, and he is in for the touchdown. Touchdown Wilmington. 3:40 to go in the half. That will make it 18-0, the lead for the Wildcats, pending the extra point here. Boy, just good power football off the right side.
Wow, that was nice. I love the way he mixed up his offense. Boy, there's no way you can get ready for what Barry was going to do next.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
He must be going for 2.
Been doing this a while, and I'm impressed with the way things have gone tonight. Dempsey under center. Cats going for 2 here this time around. Hopwood rolls right side, fires incomplete for Connor Dempsey. And with 3:40 to go in the first half, Wilmington leads at 18-0 over Reed Custer. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
18-0 the lead for Wilmington. 3:40 to go here in the opening half. Trey Shaw will approach, kicking off left to right here. Line drive kick taken up at the 35. And out across the 40 to near the 42 goes the return. I think that's Blake Foster who ended up with it. And it is. Sure to stick around for our halftime show here in just a few minutes. Brought to you by Pro Real Estate with offices in Wilmington. We'll have a check of your first half stats. We'll also get you set for the second half and have a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. So let's see if Reed Custer can get something started here on this drive. Their offense has really struggled. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 back to the near. Loomis drops back the pass, fires up the sideline. That is caught down to the Wilmington 33. As good catch by Justin Reed. I don't know how the ball even got in there. Trey Shaw had blanket coverage. The problem was he didn't turn around and look at the football.
That's why he's going. There you go. He didn't turn around and look at the football. He could have knocked it down if he'd turned around.
A gain of 26 on that pass play to Reed. Trips receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Loomis out of the gun. Reed Custer's finally doing something here on offense. Loomis fires deep down the sideline again, and that is incomplete. Good coverage by Keaton Hopwood down there. Pass was intended for Seegers.
Boy, all at once.
That was a nice pass play.
Loomis has come out firing now. He was missing his pass receivers before, but he's really...
Well, for Wilmington, the defensive backs are in the right spot. You got to turn around and look for the ball.
Yeah, you're going to have to do that.
So, second down and 10 for Reed Custer from the Wilmington 32-yard line. Again, Loomis out of the gun. A bunched trips receiver formation to the right side. Loomis fires it out there. That's caught down to the Wilmington 30-yard line goes Evan Pickard. He'll pick up about 3 more. It'll brings up 3rd down and 6, close to 7. So Wilmington will have it, or excuse me, Reed Custer will have it 3rd down and a long 6.
Going to have to concentrate and get into that passer, boy. He's getting a little confidence now.
Of course, Reed Custer in 4-down territory here. Bunched trips receivers formation to the near side. Loomis out of the gun. Receiver in motion from the far side. Handoff on the jet sweep, and that goes nowhere. Rodewald drops Evan Pickard for a loss of 5 yards. It'll bring up 4th down and 13.
Boy, he come flying through there, and about the time he got the handoff, there was Rodewald taking him down.
I mean, Jacob Rodewald was not fooled at all on that play. He was waiting back there. 4th down and 13 as Reed Custer clearly will go for it here. There's not really too many other options for you at this point. Trips receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Loomis going to be out of the gun. Now, of course, Reed Custer in no hurry because if they don't get this, Wilmington gets the ball back.
Better get to that quarterback. He's going to be firing it.
And now timeout to the Comets. They'll let the play clock run down. 1:36 to go in the half. 18-0 the lead for Wilmington. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation.
So 4th down and 13 here for Reed Custer. I know we just but luckily was not during a play. Dropping back is Loomis, trying to scatter, comes near side, fires it down the field, incomplete, and Wilmington's going to take over on downs at their own 35-yard line. Well, he was running for his life, no doubt about that. Might have to restart this thing at halftime or something because it keeps dropping frames. We'll see if it works here. I know we're kind of going back and forth between a stream and no stream. We'll keep an eye on that, folks. I realize it's going in and out here. We're almost to halftime, and we'll see if maybe we have to reboot it at halftime. We'll see how that goes. Handoff goes up the middle. Then the fullback across the 40 to near the 43-yard line. As trying to see who was on that carry. It's Rodewald for a gain of 7. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3.
That's his first carry of the night. He's blocked for plays, but that's the first carry he's made tonight.
So 2nd down and a short 3 here for Wilmington. Everything packed in again. Double wing here. Hopwood drops back to pass. Looking down the middle, nowhere to go. Now Keaton will just keep it himself across midfield all the way down to the Reed Custer 45-yard line. That's a gain of 13 yards and a Wilmington 1st down with 47 seconds to go in the half. See what Wilmington elects to do here. It doesn't look like they're in any too big of a hurry, which is a surprise.
Yeah, this is a chance to put a few more points on board before halftime. 47 seconds
They're
left.
still not up to the line of scrimmage. Down to 43 seconds. Boy, you figure that they'd be in a little bit bigger hurry, but down to 37 now. Shotgun formation for Hopwood. 2 receivers to the far side. Keaton drops back to pass, swings it out. Caught by Rodewald inside the 40 and steps out of bounds. Down around the 38. So 28 seconds to go in the half here. And another bad connection. I don't understand. What's going on with this?
Was Roadwater caught that?
Yes. Skipping of 5. As Wilmington will have it 2nd down and 5 from the Reed Custer 40. Again, shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the near side. Hopwood out of the gun, takes the snap, drops back to pass, fires it near side and complete. So good pressure in the backfield. Looked like John Cowie on the pressure.
Yeah, he came through there. Somebody didn't get a pad on him. He came through there and blasted Hopwood right in the back as he got ready to throw it.
So 3rd down and 5 with 24 seconds to go in the half. And if you're the Cats here, I'm really expecting like a draw play or something like that because you don't want to give the ball back to Reed Custer, that's for sure.
Yeah, you don't.
So I formation here for the Cats as Hopwood up under center. 3rd down and 5 from the 40. Pitch comes near side inside the 40, 35. Down near the 33-yard line goes Sam Hafner. That's a gain of 6 more and a Wilmington 1st down. And the Cats use a timeout here with 18 seconds to go in the half. Well, for Wilmington, if you can get another 10, 15 yards, then it frees you up for maybe a shot or 2 at the end zone before the end of the half. I would say a field goal try, but the special teams have been a little suspect.
Oh, yeah. Has been a little suspect tonight.
I still wouldn't be against it. I mean, if you could get Trey down inside the 20-yard line, I'd be willing to take a shot at it, I think.
Interesting stat at halftime.
Really just as much. I would get close to take a shot at the end zone.
The Comets have run eight running plays for 15 yards.
Yeah, that's not going to win you a whole lot of ball games. So Wilmington has it now 1st and 10 from the Reed Custer 34. 18 seconds to go in the half. 2 receivers to the far side. Hopwood out of the shotgun with Rodewald to his left. Snap back to Keaton. Rolls left side, looking downfield. Still looking, pressured. Fires at the last second out of bounds. And that will bring up 2nd down and 10. So 11 and a half seconds to go here in the half. I'm still kind of surprised. The only wrinkle here that I haven't seen yet that would lead me to believe that you might see something is a screen pass.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that lately from Wilmington, and I know it's in the arsenal. And this would be a play or a place where that might be effective. Of course, you only got 11.6 seconds left, so you don't get a 1st down. It could be a little bit of a problem.
That would be about the last possession then, yeah.
2 receivers to the near side. Hopwood out of the gun, and now they're going to have to use a timeout as the play clock went down, and that's exactly what you don't want to do if you're Wilmington because you need it. So the Cats burn a timeout with 11.6 seconds left, and now essentially you're going to have to get out of bounds or
touchdown. No, you could. No, you can't. Unless they had a 1st down and stopped them on to give us.
So they're going to reset the play clock as Wilmington didn't really need to use the timeout apparently.
Somebody didn't get the clock set correctly, I guess.
So I'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the Reed Custer 34. 2 receivers to the near side. Hopwood out of the shotgun here with Rodewald to his right. 11.6 seconds to go in the half. Hopwood drops back to pass. Has some time. There's the screen pass to Hunter Doherty, who picks it up inside the 30, runs over a defender, gets down near the 28. Well, I called for a screen pass.
Was a little kind of a slow fella, but
I will say, Hunter is not fleet of foot. However, try to tackle him, and that's a problem.
One guy made the mistake of getting in his way at the end of that play, and he just ran right over the top of him.
So we do have a timeout here. It'll be 3rd down and 4 from the Reed Custer 28.
Wait a minute, I got to write that down.
I guess that was a gain of 6 for Hunter Doherty. Now,
I got to put him on the list.
I'm kind of confused as like, okay, if you complete that pass and Hunter Doherty is wide open and nobody on that half of the field, he's still not getting all that far, I don't think.
No, I don't understand
maybe,
exactly.
Maybe a first down, but listen, we've seen everything.
What number is Hunter?
47. He was 71. They made him a tight end, though, on offense, which moved him to 47. He is a large individual. 6'1", 277 pounds.
Oh, boy.
Can you imagine trying to tackle that as a high school kid?
Man, that one guy got in his way, and he just went right over the top of him.
I'm going to say, people say the Wilmington's play calling isn't imaginative at times.
Tonight it is.
Holy smokes. I mean, there's been I saw him to a screen pass to Hunter Doherty. I guess. So swing pass far side. This is Dempsey. They threw it behind the line of scrimmage. Connor's going to throw it toward the end zone and broken up at the last second.
It hit the defensive man.
And there is a flag down at the 34. They just threw essentially a halfback option. They threw the ball out to Connor Dempsey behind the line of scrimmage. And there's a whole penalty on Wilmington, and that'll end the first half. Can you believe that?
Now that is crazy.
Behind the quarterback pass to Connor Dempsey, who chucked it downfield. We came in the night, I was thinking Reed Custer was going to be running trick plays, and Wilmington's got stuff.
This is crazy.
I mean, okay. I mean, it's entertaining. 18-0 is the lead for Wilmington at the half. As welcome into the halftime show brought to you by Pro Real Estate with offices there in Wilmington. As we will with your first half stat totals in just a minute. Cats lead at 18-0. Back with more in the halftime show brought to you by Pro Real Estate in just a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
Back here on our halftime show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate. 18-0 is the lead for Wilmington. The Cats have done a nice job here tonight, offensively and defensively as well, as we'll see in these stats here in just a moment. By the way, the Reed Custer band on the field right now. They won first place at the Corn Festival Parade.
Yes, they did.
And they were grand champions of the Dwight.
Dwight won too. They won
was that
both.
Harvest Days?
Yes, I think it is Harvest Days. Yes, yeah. Harvest Days.
Yeah, so they've continued their tradition of excellence here in band, and they're out there on the field tonight and performing through the halftime show. Just thought I'd mention that because that's interesting, especially the Corn Festival. That's a big parade.
That was a pretty good sized parade, and I was there too. I saw them, and I would agree. I think they were very good.
So Wilmington leads at 18-0. First half stats. First off for Reed Custer, rushing the football. Josh Loomis, 3 carries for 14 yards in that first half. Nicholas Mitchell, 3 carries for 0 yards. Evan Pickard, 2 carries for 1 yard. Reed Custer on the night, 8 carries for 15 yards in the first half. Through the air, Josh Loomis is 2 of 11 for 29 yards and 2 interceptions. Evan Pickard, 1 reception for 3 yards. And Justin Reed, 1 reception for 26 yards. You add it up together, 15 yards on the ground, 29 in the air, 44 yards of offense for Reed Custer in the first half. That is not going to win a lot of games. For Wilmington, I've said that because we've seen that from Wilmington. And I know from experience.
Yes, that's true.
Doesn't win a lot of games. All right, for the Wilmington Wildcats tonight, rushing the football, Keaton Hopwood, 1 rushing attempt for 13 yards. Connor Dempsey ran the ball 13 times for 82 yards and a touchdown in that first half. Jacob Rodewald, 1 carry for 7 yards. Trey Shaw, 6 rushing attempts for 29 yards and a touchdown. Sam Hafner ran the ball 3 times for 21 yards and a touchdown. Sam Chapman, 1 carry for 2 yards. Wilmington on the ground tonight, 25 rushing attempts, 153 yards and 3 touchdowns. Through the air, this has been the surprising part tonight. Keaton Hopwood is 6 of 11 for 58 yards. Connor Dempsey, 3 receptions for 39 yards. Jacob Rodewald, 1 reception for 5 yards. Sam Hafner, 1 reception for 8 yards. And Hunter Dorney with 1 reception for 6 yards. I mean, he is lining up a tight end, so I guess
he's
why not?
eligible.
When was the last time you saw 4 Wilmington Wildcats with a reception in a game?
I don't know I don't know if I have. It's been a while.
It's been a while. The Cats.
And Hopwood only had actually 6 out of 10 because one of those was thrown by a halfback option.
Oh, yeah, that was Connor Dempsey. So, yeah, 6 out of 10. In any case, 10 passing attempts and a half.
Yeah, for Wilmington.
What are we, Hawaii all of a sudden? Throwing the ball like crazy. 153 yards on the ground, 58 yards in the air. That's 211 yards of offense for Wilmington in the first half. And it looked good.
It was
honestly.
very good.
Looked pretty good.
They kept Reed Custer, I think, guessing all the time because you never knew what to expect. And, boy, for Wilmington, That is really unusual.
Yes, that was a different half of football for the Wildcats, but good. I mean, not complaining. It was interesting. 18-0 is the lead for Wilmington over Reed Custer here at the half. We'll take a break. We'll come back with a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred & Associates. We'll do that here in just a minute as our halftime show continues, brought to you by Pro Real Estate at pro-homes.net or 815-476-7916. Back with the scoreboard check in a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900. When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred & Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred & Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred & Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred & Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred & Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
18-0 is the lead for Wilmington here at the half. Halftime show brought to you by Pro Real Estate at pro-homes.net or 815-476-7916. All right, a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred & Associates, and there's a few things going on today. We had the trial in Chicago.
That's right.
And they're trying to see what was going to happen with the verdict there, so that affected some game times. We have weather that was rolling in, thunderstorms and stuff like that. So that's affected a few games too. So the scoreboard is a little interesting tonight, but we still have one. Let's start with the Interstate 8s. Most of those games going on tonight like normal. Herscher a 17-14 lead over Piatone tonight.
Oh.
I mean, what in the world?
How about that?
I can't figure out anything in the I-8. Herscher 17, Piatone 14. It's Coal City 10, Mantino nothing. Lyle leads Streeter 14-7. I told you I wouldn't go running away from that game quite yet. Plano 20, Sandwich 14. It's and then some other scores from around the area. Watseka leads Seneca. That's 14-8. Westmont is leading Westville tonight. That's 27-0. Dwight/Gardner South Wilmington leads Iroquois West 30-0. Okay. And Sycamore defeated Morris earlier today, 17-7. So the Redskins dropped that game and moved to 3-4. Minooka beating Romeoville 29-0 so far tonight.
Romeoville.
As Bishop McNamara leads Aurora Christian, that game 38-13. Geneseo 28, Ottawa Township nothing. It's Wabanzi Valley trailing Prairie Ridge 14-13. It's Naperville North 7, Matea Valley is nothing. Neuqua Valley 14, Naperville East, or is it Central? Naperville Central 7. Richards leads Lamont 20-3. It's Frankfort 27, Heron 7. Also a game from earlier today. Plainfield South beat Plainfield East 41-7. Oswego 25, Oswego East nothing. It was Lincoln Way Central in a game again earlier today, 28-0 over Centennial. Champaign Centennial probably. Lincoln Way East 28, Lockport nothing. It's Joliet Catholic 49-14 over Marion Catholic. It's Lincoln Way West 14, Thornton Township 7. Also in a game earlier today, Plainfield North 34, Joliet Central 14. Mount Carmel, who forfeited that game? Providence forfeited their game against Mount Carmel. Apparently because of the trial and all that stuff going on in the city. I don't know if they just didn't want to play. I don't know. I have no idea why. Okay. So Providence forfeits that game. It's Homewood Flossmoor 16, Bradley Bourbonnais nothing. Yorkville beat Caneland 45-28. Okay, Yorkville 45, Caneland 28. As we continue on with our scoreboard here tonight, it's IC Catholic defeating St. Edward Central Catholic 35-0. So
my.
IC continues its dominance. It's Bennett 42, St. Viator nothing. And the game that I had told you to keep an eye on tonight, a battle of the undefeated teams. Farmington leads Elmwood Brimfield 14-12. So that game is just as close as those two records indicate. Two 6-0 teams, and Farmington leads 14-12. We'll keep an eye on that as the night goes too. Hillcrest 29, Thornton Fractional South nothing. That's not 98, is it?
48.
Oh, I was going to say, wow, if they scored 98 points, that's got to be a story. 48-6, Sacred Heart Griffin over Eisenhower. It's Lake Forest 21, Tinley Park 17, Geneva 10, Wheaton North 7. Is that Barrington? Barrington leads, I think that's Barrington, leads Hoffman Estates 31-7. Riverside Brookfield 6, St. Francis nothing. And a final from earlier today, Marist 34, Nazareth 13. Also a final from earlier today, Glenbard West 49-13 over Hinsdale Central. Argo leads Evergreen Park 22-21. Carmel Catholic, I'm guessing, 10-7 over Marion Central Catholic. It's Brother Rice 40-0 over Marmion. Maine South leads Glenbrook South 24-0. These are all finals. All of this is finals from earlier today. Well, Wheaton Warrenville South 24-9 over Lake Park. It was Downers Grove North 28-14 over Lyons Township. Sandburg beat Stagg 18-14. Batavia a 21-0 win over St. Charles. It was Hinsdale South 35-28 over Addison Trail. York and Oak Park are tied at 7. We're back to just regular scores here. St. Elgin 20-7 over Glenbard South. Glenbard East, this is a final, 63-2 over Streamwood. Glenbard North leads St. Charles North 2-0. Rolling Meadows 21, Wheeling nothing. It's Deerfield 13, Highland Park 12. A final from earlier today, East Aurora 48-7 over West Chicago. Maine West leads Vernon Hills 48-0. And in a final from earlier today, Glenbrook North beat Maine East 54-0. So there you go.
My.
Let's go back and check the I-8 one more time, get a last couple updates here. Holy smokes, really? Okay, wow. So Herscher leads Piatone 17-14. This is I-8 scores again. Coal City leads Mantino 17-0. Plano leads Sandwich 20-14. And in the score of the night, I told you to not sleep on the Streeter Bulldogs. They are tied with Lyle. 20-20, Streeter and Lyle. Just quickly, Seneca trails Watseka 14-8. Westmont 27-0 over Westville. Dwight 30-0 over Iroquois West. Morris lost earlier today, 17-7, and Manuka leads Romeoville 29-0. Bishop Mack 33-13 over Aurora Christian, and IC blew out St. Edward. All right, we're going to put a wrap on the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred Associates. My goodness, is that a scoreboard, Chuck? It is every time. Hey, if you need to kill 10 minutes of a halftime clock, that's one way to do it.
Boy, that's a full 10 minutes, too.
And we're going to keep an eye that Farmington score, 14-12 over Elmwood Brimfield, 2 6-0 teams. The Streeter and Lyle game, we'll keep an eye on that in the entire second half. And then we'll have a full check of the scoreboard again in the postgame show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center. All right, that'll do it for our halftime show brought to you by Pro Real Estate at pro-homes.net and at 815-476-7916. Take a break, come back with the second half. Wilmington will receive. We'll do that in just 1 minute here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
So Reed Custer will tee it up at the 40, kicking off right to left here. So the approach here is a line drive kick from Peyton New, and it goes out of bounds. Well, I don't think that's exactly what Reed Custer was looking for to start the second half.
No, I do not. Well, it's going to give the Wildcats some decent field position.
So 1st and 10 for Wilmington. From their own 35-yard line as we get things started here in the third quarter.
Well, what Wilmington would like to do is get a long, sustained drive with a score at the end of it, control a lot of that clock.
Hopwood under center, hands it off right side. Shaw across the 35 to the 40, breaks free across midfield. Shaw inside the 35 to the 30. He stepped out of bounds, back out near the 28 or so. But who knows when they're actually going to mark this. They mark it at the 20. He stepped out of bounds like 15 yards upfield from that, but Wilmington will take that, I guess. A gain of 40 yards.
Boy, he came out of there.
Oh, actually, 45 yards on the run for Trey Shaw. 1st and 10 from the Reed Custer 20.
Boy, that was a nice run.
And the thing about Trey, just a sophomore, but he has speed and he has size. He is not a small individual. Hopwood under center, hands it off Shaw, try to cut it back up the middle, ran out of room, and it'll get stacked up there. Trey, 5'8", 177 pounds. He's a decent-sized running back.
Yeah, he got back to the line of scrimmage only that time.
So Cameron Harbor checks out. Grant Imhoff comes in here. 2nd down and 10 for Wilmington. 11 minutes to go in this third quarter. So it's I formation here with Connor Dempsey, the tailback, and Rodewald in there at fullback. Pitch goes left side. Dempsey trying to get the corner. Gets down inside the 15-yard line. As a matter of fact, they might mark him down just at the 15. That'll be a gain of 4. Bring up 3rd down and 6 for Wilmington. And again, you're in 4-down territory if you're the Wildcats. So if you can pick up 2 or 3 here and then leave it with a manageable 4th down, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, Wilmington taking their time. They want to.
So 3rd down and 6 for the Cats. Again, I formation here. Pitch to Dempsey again off the left side. He is close to a first down. Actually should have been dropped about 3 yards short, but he broke a tackle and just shoved forward and ended up out of bounds. But he's going to get the first down. Boy, that's good effort from Connor Dempsey.
Yeah, that was second effort there.
A gain of 6 and a Wilmington first down. Ball at the 10-yard line of Reed Custer. It'll be 1st and goal from there. Under 10 minutes to go now in the 3rd quarter.
Well,
Cats in no particular hurry here.
It's down to 10 seconds on the clock and counting down.
I formation here for the Cats. That's Dempsey at tailback. He'll get the handoff. And still going. Down inside the 5. Shoves ahead to the 4. A gain of 6 more for Connor Dempsey. Bring up 2nd down and goal from the 4. By the way, we told you we'd keep you up to date on that Farmington game. The Farmers lead Elmwood Brimfield 21-12 now in the Battle of the Undefeateds.
Don't let that nickname Farmers trick you. They play football.
They do. They've been pretty good for a while. I formation here for the Cats. This time Trey Shaw is the tailback. As Hopwood under center, pitches it right side to Shaw inside the 5, and Trey is breaking a tackle and just essentially walks into the end zone for the Wilmington touchdown. And Wilmington leads it 24-0 with 8:47 to go in the 3rd. Trey made that look ridiculously easy, but he just ran through an arm tackle and cruised into the end zone.
That's his 2nd touchdown of the night.
You know what? I completely forgot to go back to our normal scoreboard here. So on to attempt the extra point is Alan Richards, the 6'1", 155-pound freshman. Good snap, good hold, and Richards puts it through, and Wilmington leads 25-0. Good job from the freshman kicker. 8:47 to go in the 3rd. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more Cats football in a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Rinks goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's.
Wilmington leads at 25-0 here in the 3rd quarter. Shaw will tee it up at the 40, kicking off left to right here as Rick Seeger is back at his 10-yard line. Well, that's what you were looking for from Wilmington, was to score toward the end of the half, which they did with about 4 minutes left. They got it back again and couldn't get in the end zone, although they moved it. But then the Cats got the ball back at the beginning of the 3rd quarter and went down and scored, and that puts Reed Custer in a huge hole. Line drive bounces down to the 22 or so, out across the 35 to near the 35. And Reed Custer will start up there 1st and 10. So the Comets will have it 1st and 10. Let's see what Loomis and this Comets offense can do. But so far tonight, it's hasn't been a whole lot going on. So 8:41 to go in the 3rd. Loomis will be out of the shotgun here. I believe they're going trips receivers bunched formation here to the left side, just off the left tackle, and then one receiver to the far side. Loomis out of the gun is going to keep it himself, and Loomis will get out across the 40 to near the 42. Call it a gain of about 6 for Josh Loomis. Bring up second down at 4. By the way, you know those games that were canceled or that were finals earlier, that's why.
Oh, up north, they're really getting
They're
hit already.
Hammered by storms.
Yeah, they wouldn't have gotten them in.
And if this game was much later, you wouldn't be getting it in here either, I don't think. But I think
Where are we
there's.
at in that thing?
All right, this is a blue dot right here.
Oh, we got a little.
It's
yeah.
drifting, but I think there's enough time to get.
Staying north of us right now.
Get things done. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far, 1 receiver in motion off the jet sweep. Loomis keeps it. Good run by Josh Loomis. Boy, he just drags people with him. Close to a first down. Again, 3 yards, but that shouldn't have been anything.
He just refused to go down. They didn't get him by his legs. They got him by his upper torso, and he just took him with him.
I'll give Josh credit, man. That kid seems like he's tough as nails. Trips receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Out of the shotgun is Loomis again. 7:20 to go in the third. Wilmington leads at 25-0. If Reed Custer wants to stay in this thing, they need to score on this drive. Loomis, wide receiver screen. That's backwards, and out of bounds it goes. They're going to call that incomplete. That was a lateral pass, but the near side official wasn't anywhere close enough to see it. So, bring up 4th and a yard. That should have been a lateral, but they're just going to say incomplete. And he threw the ball from about the 40 and went out of bounds at the 38. But in any case, it'll be 4th down and a yard for Reed Custer.
Kind of a strange call, wasn't it? I guess they figured they only had less than a yard to go for a first down.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'd let Mr. Loomis keep it. To get a yard, I think he's done his share tonight. Why not let him try it?
We've never been stopped for no gain yet.
4th down and a yard for Reed Custer from their own 45. Everybody packed in here as Loomis by himself out of the shotgun takes the snap. He is going to keep it himself, and I don't think he got there.
He didn't make it.
I mean, it's close, but I don't think he got it.
No, I don't either.
That's good job by Hafner and also Trey Shaw over there. Depends on. Holy smokes! Put the football. I thought. Oh my goodness.
That's a terrible spot.
That's not even
close.
The official in the middle just marked it wherever he wanted.
That is crazy.
They had 2 officials on either side of him.
He's got it clear over the yard stripe.
It's almost to the 41. That's not even. Holy
And he
smokes.
didn't even get to the 40.
I mean, this crew tonight,
Boy.
That's not even remotely close. But 1st and 10 for Reed Custer from their own 46. Loomis fires over the middle, has the receiver caught inside the 30, down inside the 20. Then to the 10-yard line goes A.J. Cherry. A gain of 52 on the pass play to A.J. Cherry. Boy, I mean, A.J. was. Realize we're still having a little bit of connection issues here tonight. We're keeping an eye on it, but you didn't miss anything here. 2nd and goal from the 8. Swing pass down near the 5. And that's A.J. Cherry on the reception. See where they end up marking this ball.
Yeah, don't say anything to them. You find out where they mark it.
It could be anywhere. I think it's going to be, is that the 5? Okay. Maybe the 4. Let's say 2 yards in the pass to A.J. Cherry. Bring up 3rd down and goal from the 5 for Reed Custer. 1 receiver to the far side, trips back to the near. Loomis out of the shotgun with Nicholas Mitchell to his left. 3rd down and goal from the 5. Snap back to Loomis, drops back, pressured, and he is sacked back outside the 5 to near the 10. Hafner back there along with Cam Harbor, and it will bring up 4th and goal from the 10-yard line. And Loomis having trouble getting back to his feet and now limping around in the backfield. And that's not good because Loomis has been under pressure tonight. And the one thing he's been able to do is escape with his feet. And if he can't escape doing that,
yeah,
he's
been one of the most effective runners as well.
It might get worse quickly. 4th down and goal from, I guess, the 10 officially here somehow. As one receiver to the near side, one to the far. Loomis jots back the pass, fires over the middle, caught, and it is not a touchdown. As a matter of fact, it's down at the 1-yard line, and that's going to go over to Wilmington on downs. As that ball caught by Blake Foster, and Foster did not get into the end zone. So it will be 1st and 10, Wilmington from the 1-yard line. Well, very close for Reed Custer. Good pass from Loomis.
His passing is much more effective this half.
By the way, Sandwich and Plano are also tied at 20. I mean, my goodness. The I-8 is just
Sandwich
so,
and Plano.
Yeah, I know. It's bizarre. You try to figure out anything in this conference, and none of it makes any sense. So 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 1-yard line. And Hopwood out of the end zone, fires deep, and initially had his receiver. That was Cameron Harbor, but he waited just a hair too long to get rid of the
football. He should have thrown about 2 seconds sooner, 2 or 3 seconds sooner.
What in the world?
I have no idea. On the 1-yard line, your own 1-yard line.
I mean, granted, I like the idea of being aggressive, and nobody would expect that, but I'm not complaining about the play call. I'm just wondering.
No, it's just catching so. It's so surprising.
It's so out of character for Wilmington, but I mean, it's worked tonight clearly. Double wing here. Handoff goes to Connor Dempsey, breaks it free across the 10 out near the 20. I think if Connor would have stayed to the outside, he might still be running. But a gain of, let's call it 16 for Connor Dempsey, and a Wilmington 1st down out to their own 17-yard line with 3:40 to go in the 3rd.
This is working. Clock is working very well for Wilmington. They're keeping it running, and Reed Custer used part of it up.
High formation for the Cats. Dempsey is at tailback. Hopwood under center. Handoff to the fullback. This is Rodewald, as he'll pick up 2, maybe 3 yards.
Jacob Rodewald.
So Rodewald will pick up 2, close to 3. Again, you got to keep defenses honest.
Yeah.
So every now and then, fullback or a pass. I mean, it's been, you want to talk about digging way deep in the playbook tonight.
And they've run 2 power eyes tonight. Well, they've run it twice. But from the 1-yard line, throwing a deep pass.
Yeah, that's something that I wouldn't have thought I would seen from Wilmington football, but it's made it fun. High formation, pitch goes left side. This is Dempsey across the 20. Dempsey breaks it up the sideline. He might be gone. Dempsey to midfield, and Connor Dempsey is running away from everyone. Touchdown, Wilmington. 80-yard touchdown run from Connor Dempsey. He got the corner, and see you later. Wilmington leads it 31-0. With 2:23 to go in the 3rd quarter.
He just turned on going around that left end down that sideline, and he literally left him behind. By the time he got to the end zone, he had a good 10 to 15-yard lead.
And I mean, he ran away.
He did. He just ran away from him.
So Wilmington to attempt the extra point here. 2:23 to go in the 3rd, and again, it is the freshman kicker, Alan Richards, the lefty kicker, to come on and attempt the extra point here for Wilmington. I'd like to say with some degree of certainty that this is Wilmington football that we're kind of used to the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I mean,
they
look like they've finally hit their stride a little bit. Good snap, good hold. Richards' kick is blocked. And that just really did almost look like he was surprised that the ball was snapped.
Yeah, he wasn't ready to kick.
It didn't look like he was ready at all to
I agree
approach.
with you. He didn't look like he was ready to kick. And the one thing that's kind of bad for him is that most of his kicks are low trajectory. They aren't up in the air. So they're consequently easier to block.
All right, 31-0, the lead for Wilmington. 2:23 to go in the third. Take a break. Come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
Wilmington 31-0 over Reed Custer. 2:23 to go in the third quarter. Cats will get ready to kick off here. Shaw on the approach. Line drive kick taken back at the 15-yard line. Across the 20 and just short of the 30-yard line out near the 28. Return from Josh New. Now Reed Custer had one big play tonight. That was the 52-yard pass play, but the Comets then went backwards once they got inside the Wilmington 10. And now the Comets have it 1st and 10 from their own. Well, I guess you call it the 27-yard line.
One thing about it for Loomis and company, they got a little taste of victory, being able to complete some of those passes. So they're going to be trying more.
Punch formation to the near side. Pitch comes over to the near side. A gain of 2, maybe 3 yards. And that is Nick Mitchell, who will pick up maybe a yard.
Oh, they're going to leave him no gain.
Okay.
No gain at all. Wow.
I think,
well, who knows?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm done trying to figure that out. 2nd down and 10. 2 receivers to either side. Loomis out of the shotgun here with Mitchell to his left. Takes the snap, drops back, fires near side. And that's caught, I think, but it's not going to be for much. Maybe 3 yards. That's A.J. Cherry on the reception. Bring up 3rd down and 7 for Reed Custer. Ball just outside the 30 to the 31. Down to 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Wilmington defensive line has done a nice job tonight considering Cameron Holman is out. Grant Imhoff has done a really nice job filling in on that side. Loomis out of the gun. 2 receivers to the far side and 2 back to the near. Mitchell next to him. Loomis drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, fires over the middle, incomplete. Had a receiver, that was Justin Reed, overshot him. And Rodewald had decent coverage, but he did have a little bit of an opening there.
Yeah, he could have gotten it to if the ball was on the mark.
That'll bring up 4th down and 7 for Reed Custer,
of course,
from their own 30.
When you got these guys buzzing around you, it's a little harder to make that decision.
So Loomis will get set to punt it away. Tafoya back at his own 35. I mean, look at this tonight. I mean, it's 31-0, but it's not been. It's been a slow progression. It's not.
Yeah, it's been a decent game.
There's a line drive kick. Tafoya at the 33,
Just
35, 40, and Tafoya out to the 41. And Wilmington will take over there 1st and 10. 43 seconds to go in the third quarter. And it might be your last look at the Wilmington offense tonight if they can score a touchdown on this drive. You're not quite there yet. The game's not to the fourth quarter. It's only 31-0. But you get another one, and I think that would be...
Yeah, that would put it pretty difficult. Now, Wilmington needs a nice, long, controlled offensive possession again, or, of course, a quick score.
Or that. Or a bomb. I mean, could be anything. I formation here is Hopwood under center, 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 42. Keaton taking his time here. They went in motion with the wingback. Handoff near side. This is Trey Shaw. He might go across the 40. Shaw to the 30. One man to beat. Cherry gets him. Boy, what hustle by A.J. Cherry to drop Shaw down at the 5-yard line.
He had a little angle on him. He was the last one to try have a shot.
So a gain of, what is that, 55?
55.
Oh, that's close anyway.
He's only got 104 yards this half.
In one quarter.
Yeah, we haven't done with the quarter yet.
So Wilmington has it 1st and goal from the 5. This Wildcats offense has been rolling the last 2 weeks. Hopwood under center. And the pitch back to Shaw, and he's going to get in easily. Almost walked into the end zone, quite frankly. And Wilmington now leads at 37-0 with 2.5 seconds to go in this third quarter. And now you kind of see the Reed Custer defense has given up a couple of big plays, but
yeah,
first half they hung in, but your offense has to help you out. I mean, you gotta get something.
Yeah, they do, and they had the ball 3 minutes and 13 seconds to score the first touchdown this half. Then they had the ball a minute, 20 seconds or so, scored, and this time they had the ball.
Well,
oh,
this has been the only really interesting thing tonight is what Wilmington's going to do on extra points. And this kick is good by the freshman, Alan Richards, as he's kind of taken over that duty for Trey Shaw here. 38-0 is the lead for Wilmington. 2.5 seconds to go in the quarter. We'll just kind of keep it here until we get to that quarter break. Ooh, Farmington stretching it out a little bit now. 28-12, the lead over Elmwood Brimfield. And Sandwich and Plano still tied at 20. Streeter still hanging in there with Lyle. Lyle leads Streeter 23-20. And Coal City having no problems with Mantino tonight. So, telling you.
Coal City, are they still missing their quarterback?
Running back. Or they
running
were.
back.
I don't know if he's back this week or not, but. I told you when tonight started, you better not sleep on Streeter. And the same thing for Wilmington next week, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Even if Streeter loses that game tonight and is 2-5, you better not go into that thinking you got things sewn up.
Well, I think this is a wake-up call to everybody when they're playing Lyle right to the end.
All right, so Wilmington to kick off left to right here. Shaw approaches. He will just kick it deep, and this is going to go all the way back and down to the 1-yard line. Taking it out of there is New across the 20 to near the 25, and Reed Custer will start there 1st and 10. And Trey Shaw is slow to get up after the kickoff. Oh, and that is not good. Trey Shaw is on his knees at the 40 and something on the kickoff, and that would be a monumental loss for Wilmington going forward.
Oh, boy.
If Boy, I don't know. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the fourth, and my goodness, could this be a huge turn of events. 38-0 Wilmington. We'll take a timeout. Come back with more in a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916.
Well, Trey Shaw had to get help off the field from Coach Rinks himself. And this keeper doesn't go anywhere for Loomis. And we'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Reed Custer here. Boy, I'll see what the story is with Trey Shaw, but that might be a developing story. Trips receivers to the near side, one to the far out of the shotgun is Loomis. 2nd down and 10. Takes the snap, looks left side, fires, caught at the 20. 25, out near the 27-yard line. A gain of maybe 3 yards on the pass to Blake Foster.
That was a good job by the defensive man. I don't know who it was, but that defensive guy that was over there, he took on the 3 guys in front of him. He held up the plate till he got help.
So 3rd down and 7 for Reed Custer from their own 27-yard line. Snap back to Loomis. Looks right side, fires. That
bounced in, I think.
Incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down and 7 for the Comets. And so Loomis will get set to punt it away here. Tafoya goes back deep for the Cats. So Loomis to punt it away. 10:34 to go in the fourth. 38-0 is the lead for Wilmington. There's a line drive kick. Tafoya at the 40, and he'll be dropped to the 42. Good coverage back there. I believe that was Rick Seekers on the tackle. Should have joined us next week. Wilmington back at home to take on the Streeter Bulldogs. 7 o'clock start time here on the network. And we'll finish it out on the road at Plano. So let's see what the Cats do here. They might just have a wholesale change. They're going to blow the... Or did they call a timeout? I guess they did. 10:25 to go in the game. 38-0 Wilmington. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. or call 815-521-0900.
$38-0 is the lead for Wilmington here. 10:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Wilmington used that timeout, I think, because they saw that Reed Custer had made all those changes on defense to put in some different players and stuff. So Wilmington used a timeout and completely changed their entire roster. And then immediately there's a fumble. And immediately a turnover.
Oh, boy.
Okay, well, that
So
didn't
much for
last
that.
long. Well, the snap to Humphreys went awry. And coming up with the football was Brendan Williams for Reed Custer.
Not good.
Well, I guess if you're the Comets here, you just go ahead and air it out, hoping to get a score. And that's what they're going to do. Loomis is going to come on out. So trips receivers to the near side, one to the far. Wilmington leaving some regulars in, but the defensive line is definitely all new. Loomis out of the shotgun, takes the snap, and almost dropped it again. And back at the 48, and that's Sam Hafner who ends up making the stop. Well, actually, that's not Hafner. That's 26, who we don't have in the book. So that will be a loss of about 6 yards. Second down and 16, as Keaton Hopwood will now check out. Landon Flynn back in. Bring up second down, and we'll call it 16. Trips receivers to the near side, one to the far, as Loomis out of the shotgun. As takes the snap, Loomis drops back, fires over the middle, and it's dropped at the 30, right through the hands of Rick Seegers, and it'll bring up third down and 16. So Plano, by the way, up 26-20 on Sandwich now. And Coal City had no problems tonight. They win 24-0. Again, we'll have a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates in a little bit in that post-game show. So Loomis trots back to pass, pressured, the pass is deflected and should have been intercepted.
Oh, if he just looked up and saw it.
It was deflected straight up in the air, and Wilmington didn't know where it was, and it fell right by two Wildcats.
They didn't realize it had gone straight up in the air right there beside him.
It'll bring up fourth down and 16. It looks like Reed Custer, anyway, is bringing on the special teams unit. So Tafoya back deep again. There's a fake down the sideline, and that is caught. But then the stop made at the 18-yard line. Justin Reed ended up with it. A gain of 37 on that pass play to Justin Reed. Okay, a fake punt, 38-0 in the fourth quarter.
I was just getting ready to comment how wonderful their sportsmanship was.
I'm not going to go there, but I'm just going to say, handoff comes near side. This is inside the 15, now near the 10, on the run by Rick Seegers. I mean, why don't you just go for it at that point?
Seegers, what did he get on that run?
Oh, let's see. 6 yards or so. Yeah, we'll give him 6. Second down and 4 for Reed Custer here from the
11-yard
line, just outside the 10. So trips receivers to the far side, one back to the near. Out of the gun is Loomis. Takes the snap, fires right side. That is caught, and it'll end up being a touchdown for Blake Foster. 38-6, now the lead for Wilmington, pending the extra point here. So 8:25 to go in the game, pending the extra point here for Reed Custer. So extra point upcoming here. Good snap, good hold. The kick is good by Peyton New, and it's 38-7. The lead for Wilmington here, 8:25 to go in the game. Take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
All right, 38-7 is the lead for Wilmington, 8:25 to go in the game. As getting set to kick it off for Reed Custer is Peyton New, back deep for the Cats. Matter of fact, I'm trying to figure out who is back deep for the Cats.
That's a good question.
Shorter kick is dropped, and I believe Wilmington got it back, and they did. So ended up being picked up by Cameron Harbor. So Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line.
Well, the backups have had to touch the ball twice and fumble twice. Gave one away, but kept that one.
I think the chain gain is might be a little confused. Now there they go. 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 42. Again, Kyle Humphreys at quarterback here in the fourth quarter. Kyle Lewis on the near side, trying to see who the far side wingback is. I could not, though. Lewis across the 40, out near the 44-yard line. Bring up 2nd down and about 7 for Wilmington after a gain of 3. So Wilmington taking all kinds of time here. Matter of fact, they're not anywhere near breaking the huddle, and they're down to 10 seconds, and they're just now getting in the huddle. Cats going to have to hurry up a little bit here. And the snap comes off the left side. Banging ahead across the 45 to near the 47-yard line on that carry is 17, who's, I don't have that either. So bring up 3rd down and 5 for Wilmington. The clock is going to roll back down under 7 minutes.
Well, there's a 17 on junior varsity, Brandon Fries.
I think it's a varsity uniform, though.
That's what we've been saying. I don't know.
So 3rd down and 5 here for Wilmington. Humphreys under center. Pitch goes off to Lewis trying to get the corner. He's not going to. Matter of fact, he's going to lose 4 or 5 yards. And bring up 4th down and 9 or so. So back deep for Reed Custer is Evan Pickard, back at his 25-yard line. Well, be sure to join us next Friday, as we'll be back over at Becker Field at Reed Stadium, as Wilmington will take on Streeter, and the Cats will be on a little bit of a roll. Coming to that game at 4-3 on the year. Good snap back. Kick here from Grant Imhoff is high and bounces inside the 30, inside the 20, and all the way down to the 14-yard line.
What a roll, man.
Good kick by Grant. 5:31 to go in the game, and Wilmington leading now 38-7. Sure to stick around for our post-game show, brought to you by Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair, right across the street from McDonald's, right here in Braidwood. Actually, not too far from where we're at.
That's right.
Here tonight. Big thank you to Warren for sponsoring each and every post-game.
Is it at the 14-yard line?
Yep. Actually, 13 really is where it is. We'll, by the way, have your final stats. Another full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. And also, we will talk to the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raines. Well, Reed Custer trying to keep their starters in there, and that promptly loses 5 yards. I'm not really sure who made the tackle, but Loomis tried to keep it. That didn't work out so well, and it's going to be 2nd and... No, where did they mark this ball? 2nd and 14.
I had a minus. I put out -5. They'd marked it 4.
They roll down under 5 minutes to go in this one. Loomis out of the gun, takes the snap, swings it out. And Cherry up the sideline across the 20 near the 25-yard line. Where are they going with the football? Where are they going with the football? Where? It's a gain of 15. The referee's bringing the ball out to the 40. Now I think they've finally got that figured out. It's going to go back to the 26-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for Reed Custer from there. So it was a gain of 16 or so. Again, 2 receivers to either side. Loomis out of the gun here. 4:40 to go in the game. Loomis going to fire down the field. That's caught. And this is going to go for a touchdown. And again, Reed Custer scoring points against Wilmington's 2nd team. And a touchdown for Rick Seegers. Now end up being a 74-yard touchdown pass. I mean, I guess. So 4:26 to go in the game. So extra point upcoming here. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good by Peyton New. 4:26 to go in the game. 38. No good. All right, missed it wide left. 38-13 is the lead for Wilmington. 4:26 to go in the game. Be back here in just a minute on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
So 38-13 is the lead for Wilmington with 4:16 to go in the game. Not seeing which version of the Wilmington offense is going to come out here quite yet. I guess we'll find out with everyone else.
Here they come. Still looks like the young guys.
Well, I don't know. Wilmington's got their regular offensive line back in. Dorney, Schnittiger,
Yeah.
they're in. Handoff goes right side, Lewis. So pick up 2, maybe 3 yards. The Wildcats went right back to the regular offensive line. Now the other positions are all the backup players, but the offensive line is back to the first string for Wilmington. I think Coach Reitz and his patience are starting to wear thin.
I don't blame him.
3:40 to go in this one. 38-13 is the lead for Wilmington. 2nd down and 7 for the Cats here. As again, Humphreys up under center. Lewis is the back on the near side. And the pitch comes near side across the 35, out near the 37-yard line. That's 17, who's not in our book.
17.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Wilmington. So again, Humphreys will bring him up to the line. 2:50 to go in this one, and if Wilmington can pick up a 1st down, it would be enough to maybe salt it away here tonight. Handoff comes the left side. This gets out to near the 40. Pickup of about 3 yards. Bring up 4th down and 2. Well, for Wilmington, go for it. I mean, if Reed Custer is going to keep airing the ball out against the reserves, I'd just go ahead and go for it and see if we can win it here. Although 4th and 2 is asking a little bit from their second string running backs. But we'll see. 4th down and 2 for Wilmington, down to 2 minutes to go in this one. As the pitch comes near side, that is going to be a 1st down. Good job by that offensive line. Ball came free, still loose. We'll see who ended up with the football. Wilmington does have it. And the Wildcats will bring in that backup offensive line now.
Go.
So we'll get to your full check of your IHSA football scoreboard here in a little bit.
Who ran it?
That was 17 again, which we're going to have to get an updated roster next week because I don't particularly have that one on it. All that Wilmington starting offensive line came in, picked up the 1st down that they needed to get, and now we'll go back to the 2nd string here.
So 2 can play at this game.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a point where patience starts wearing thin. 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 46. The Cats have everybody and their brother in at the offensive line, I think. So Wilmington will take a knee here. clock will continue to roll. Wilmington will move to 4-3 on the year. Reed Custer's going to drop to 2-5. Cats will be back at home next week to take on the Streeter Bulldogs, who, boy, did they put a fight up against Lyle tonight. I think Streeter ended up on the short end of that deal, but that's it's interesting nonetheless. We'll get to a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates in the postgame. We'll also talk to the head coach of the Cats, Mr. Jeff Raines, and we'll have your final stats, too, all in the postgame show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. That'll do it for tonight's game. 38-13 is the win for Wilmington here over Reed Custer. We'll take a break, come back with your postgame show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center right here in Braidwood in just a minute on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916.
Back on the postgame show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center here in Braidwood, right across the street from McDonald's, where they care beyond the repair. Warren's at 815-458-3300. Wilmington wins it tonight 38-13 over Reed Custer as the Wildcats move to now 4-3 on the year. Reed Custer drops to 2-5, and in the meantime, Trey Shaw was sidelined with an injury at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and he's really struggling to get off the field, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays out in the coming days. But tonight, Wilmington with a good win. They keep that playoff hopes alive at 4-3. They get Streeter next week, and that'll be a big game at Wilmington because Streeter tonight was very, very close with Lyle. I mean, again, the Lions are now 7-0, but there have been some games. I'm just like, how close could this possibly be? We're working on your final stat totals here. We'll do that. We'll have another check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates here in a little bit, too. And we'll also talk to Coach Jeff Raines, the head coach of the Wilmington Wildcats, here in just a few minutes. Matter of fact, let's just go to the IHSA football scoreboard while we're finishing up those tabulations here. Let's start with the I-8. And a game that's going down to the wire. Herscher leads Piatone 31-27. That's a battle of a couple 3-3 teams. And it's now a final. Herscher won that game. So final, Herscher 31, Piatone 27 as that goes final. Coal City beat Mantino tonight 24-0. Plano beat Sandwich 26-20. And Lyle pulled it out against Streeter 23-20. They're still undefeated somehow. But Streeter kept that particular game close. Other area scores. Watsika beating Seneca at the moment, 22-16. It's Westmont 34, Westville 6. Dwight leads Iroquois West 30-0. Sycamore beat Morris today, 17-7. Minookan absolutely blowing out Romeoville. It's 51-0 in that game. Bishop McNamara, this score now a final, 38-13 over Aurora Christian tonight. It was Geneseo 50, Ottawa Township 3. That's now a final. Prairie Ridge leads Wabansie Valley 14-13. It's Naperville North 7-0 over Mateo Valley. Naperville Central and Neuqua Valley are tied at 14. Plainfield South leads Plainfield East 41-7. Lincoln Way Central beats Centennial tonight 28-0. It was Lincoln Way East now 63-0 over Lockport. Joliet Catholic, is that right? 70-28? Yes, it is. Good grief. Joliet Catholic beats Marion Catholic 70-28. Lincoln Way West 17. Thornton Township 7. That's now a final. Another final, Plainfield North 34-14 over Joliet Central. Providence forfeited their game tonight against Mount Carmel. Yorkville beat Canelan 45-28. IC, by the way, Immaculate Conception 35-0 final over St. Edward. Checking a couple of here. By the way, that Farmington game, a battle of 6-0 teams, that's now final 28-12. Farmington defeats Elmwood Brimfield as that thing has gone final tonight. Taking a look at any other finals we got. Marist beat Nazareth 34-13. Argo beat Evergreen 34-28. Glenbard West 49-18 over Hinsdale Central. It was Maine South 24-0 over Glenbrook South. Wheaton Warrenville South 24-9 over Lake Park. Downers Grove North 28-14 over Lions. It was Sandburg 18-14 over Stagg. Batavia beat St. Charles 21-0. Hinsdale South 35-28 over Addison. And Glenbark North beat Maine East 54-0. It was Downers Grove South 35-7 over Leiden. That's a final. Let's see here. 18-12 Deerfield over Highland Park. That's a final. 38-14 St. Charles North over Glenbar North. That's now a final. Glenbar East beat Streamwood 63-2. East Aurora beat West Chicago 48-7. All those games are now finals. And back to the I-8 one more time. Herscher and Piatone going down to the wire. It's 31-27. Coal City beat Mantino 24-0. Lyle 23, Streeter 20. That game's now a final. Sandwich lost to Plano 26-20. And that's pretty much where we're at. Sycamore beat Morris tonight as well. Of course, our final 38-13. Final stat totals here tonight as we're waiting for Coach Jeff Rings to join us. Rushing the football, Reed Custer, Josh Loomis, 10 rushes for 8 yards. It was Nicholas Mitchell, 5 carries for 0 yards. Evan Pickard, 2 carries for 1 yard. And Rick Seegers, 1 carry for 6 yards. 18 carries for 15 yards for Reed Custer tonight. Through the air, Josh Loomis, 10 of 23 for 229 yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 picks, although the vast majority of that done against Wilmington's second team. Let's see here. A.J. Cherry, 4 receptions for 72 yards. It was Evan Pickard, 1 reception for 3 yards. Justin Reed, 2 receptions for 63 yards. It was Blake Foster, 3 receptions for 17 yards and a touchdown. And Rick Seegers, 1 reception for 74 yards and a touchdown. Again, the vast majority of that after Wilmington had kind of called off the Dogs. 10 of 23 through the air, 229 yards. You add it all up, 244 yards of offense for Reed Custer, although I would say realistically is probably about 140 less than that. Should have been about 100 yards or so of offense. For Wilmington rushing the football, Keaton Hopwood, 1 carry for 13 yards. It was Kyle Lewis carrying the ball 3 times for 10 yards. Connor Dempsey, 18 carries, 174 yards and 2 touchdowns tonight. Jacob Rodewald, 9 yards and 2 carries. Sam Hafner carried the ball 3 times for 21 yards tonight. Sam Chapman, 4 carries for 12 yards. Trey Shaw, 11 carries, 139 yards and 3 touchdowns, although he had what looked to be a fairly serious injury at the beginning of the 4th quarter. Wilmington on the ground tonight, 43 rushing attempts, 400 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Through the air, Keaton Hopwood was 6 of 12 for 58 yards. Connor Dempsey, 3 receptions for 39 yards. Jacob Rodewald caught 1 pass for 5 yards. Sam Hafner, 1 reception for 8 yards, and Hunter Doherty, 1 reception for 6 yards. You add everything up tonight for Wilmington, 458 yards of total offense for the Wildcats here tonight.
And that's calling off everybody in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
And,
Yes, it is.
It was, boy, that was a fantastic game by both the offense and the defense for the Wildcats tonight.
All right, we're waiting for Coach Raines. He's making his way across the field here. He'll come up and talk to us in just a moment. Once again, some other finals from the I-8 tonight. Coal City beat Mantino 24-0. It was Lisle, a 23-20 win over Streeter, as the Bulldogs kept it very close with the Lisle Lions. It was Plano 26, Sandwich 20. That's a final. Still going, by the way, tonight. Herscher leads Piatone 31-27. Some other area scores. Watseka leads Seneca 22-16. Westmont 34, Westville 6. Dwight 30, Iroquois West nothing. And in a final earlier today, Sycamore 17-7 over Morris. A couple other scores that are kind of local and of note. Bishop McNamara 38-13 over Aurora Christian. That's now a final. Plainfield North 34-14 over Joliet Central. Lincoln Way West beat Thornton Township 17-7. Joliet Catholic blew out Marion Catholic 70-28. Lincoln Way Central beat Centennial 28-0 tonight. Plainfield South 41-7 over Plainfield East. Battle of the 6-0 teams tonight. Couple of undefeated teams. Farmington beat Elmwood Brimfield 28-12. And IC 35-0 over St. Edward, as that game ended up a little bit earlier tonight as well. So that's a full check of our IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. Coach Jeff Raines about ready to join us here on the postgame show, brought to you by Warren's Collision Center right here in Braidwood, right across the street from McDonald's. As we'll talk to Coach Raines here in just a moment. Well, Coach, that was one tonight that pretty much dominating fashion across the board.
Yeah.
Your defense did a great job. Offense, boy, Barry, that was something. I mean, that was something tonight.
Well, he shocked me a little bit tonight too. We're throwing a bomb out of our end zone.
That got our attention.
He told me that play call. I about dropped on the sideline. I told him quarterback sneak. He goes, okay. And that's what anyway, that's between me and Barry. Going back to the game, real big game for us. I come over here to your rival, and who had a great game last week against Lisle, and who's putting up points on the board. So real happy defensively. First and foremost, we were able to stop the run. I was happy about that. Passing-wise, I thought our kids did a good job of keeping everybody in front of them. Be honest, offensively, we felt good the first half, but there was another click we needed to be at, and we found that the second half. And so we told our kids 2 in a row, and we need to let's win 2 in a row, and don't worry about playoffs and all that. And we did that tonight. We've been up and down all year, so it's nice to have a little consistency.
I enjoyed watching the defensive backs tonight. There were time, turning around looking for the football, some things like that, but they played first half. Yeah. That's about as good, I think, as your defensive backs have played.
I tell you, a lot of credit goes to Coach Farrell. He has those guys, and I tell you what the key is they communicate so well. You can tell they've, we've been through the 7-on-7s over the summer and everything that we've done, and they work really well together. And the other thing we have is we have speed on the field. If a kid catches the ball, like we always say, we want to get a lot of hats to the ball. Well, we were doing that tonight. We were doing that last week. We're going to have to do it next week against a good Streeter team, And so speed on the field and hustle. Do you have desire to get to the football? And right now, our kids are playing with that desire.
The interesting thing tonight, we always say the I-8 is something crazy.
I got you.
Lyle beat Streeter 23-20, and that game stayed very close all the way to the end. And, we talked about in the pregame tonight, Streeter, if you sleep on that a little bit, that's a problem. And they stay close with Lyle. They come in next week, and just like this Reed Custer game, I don't know. I would assume that's at Streeter. I think it's at Streeter.
Right. Because Reed Custer was up there last week at Lyle.
But yeah, that's another tough team.
No, and I in a way, I'm happy that our kids see. Hey, look what happened. Mm-hmm. You better come ready to play. And we were a little worried about that tonight, coming out a little flat because of last week, and our kids came out and played well.
They did a good all-around game tonight. Special teams that's an interesting thing. Of course, you get Richards is out there trying to get used to some of that, and that's a work in progress. But it's good to kind of see that there's a couple of sides to that you can start working on.
Yeah, and Trey hurt that leg, and we're concerned about Trey right now. We think he's going to be okay. But something wasn't right after he kicked his first extra point. So then we put Richards out there, and God bless Richards. The poor kid's a freshman. Just got done playing, runs out there, and we mess things up a little bit. But we'll get better at that this week. But don't get me wrong, something we're not happy about, and we'll get better. Yeah. But we'll have to take a look at Trey and see how he's doing. And I want to take a quick shout out to A.J. Myers. That was number 26. For people that didn't know.
Okay.
So we go down. Rhodey really made a lot of great steps to get to play tonight. I counted him out. So Myers was practicing his spot. And so Myers started the game. Rhodey and Myers switched on and off. But I tell you, he did a heck of a job.
Yeah, sure did.
And so some of our younger guys are really getting some time now, and we're seeing some good things out of them.
Hey, by the way, while you're up here and talking about number changes, 17.
Franzen. Yeah.
Oh, okay, Franzen.
Sophomore.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. And I apologize. We don't.
No, that's fine.
We go into the game on Thursday. A kid gets hurt. Well, guess what? You're up. You're doing this. And so sometimes we're playing musical chairs there with those uniforms.
All right. Well, Coach, congratulations on a good win tonight. Come out kind of all around a good effort. You get to go back home again to Streeter next week and kind of see what happens there.
And, it's senior night. And we want to make sure I know the record doesn't show a lot of like a great season, but our seniors have been through a couple tough losses and have kept it together, and now we're seeing some good things. And so I want to make sure senior night's good for them, and we got to have a good week of practice, though, because Streeter's going to come with everything.
Yeah. All right, Coach, congratulations on this win. We'll talk to you again next week.
All right. Sounds good, guys. Thanks.
So Wilmington wins it tonight, 38-13 over Reed Custer here tonight. Wilmington goes to 4-3 on the year as Reed Custer drops to now 2-5. We'll wrap things up here from Reed Custer. Big thank you to everyone at Reed Custer High School for allowing us back here in the press box once again. And a thank you to Warren's Collision Center right here in Braidwood, right across the street from McDonald's, where they care beyond the repair, for sponsoring our postgame show, and to all the rest of our sponsors as well, a big thank you. We'll see you next week. Streeter